Right. So I says to myself, what would I do if I was back at home?
Uh-huh.
Well, I decide I'll hitchhike. So I go out on the street there, and I stick my hand up, and pardon my French, Mr. O, but dang it if somebody doesn't stop on a dime.
Huh.
Right then, just came by and picked me up right there.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was pretty cool. It was a race car driver to boot.
Did you say a race car driver?
Yeah, he had those checkered flags, the race car flags all over the car. And real fancy car, had all kinds of electronic accessories and junk inside.
Right.
Well, I kind of felt sorry for him.
Sorry, why's that?
He had this big old bandage on his head.
Uh-huh.
His head was all wrapped up. And
Yeah.
I got kind of worried and thought, well, maybe he's had some kind of head injury or something.
Should I get in the car?
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, Mr. Obvious, he seemed to drive fine.
Mm-hmm.
And he took me right where I was going back to the hotel there, and it was great and everything, but I think that head injury turned him mean.
How so, caller?
Well, Mr. O, he tried to rob me.
He tried... You mean he asked for money at the end of the ride?
Exactly. I go to get out of the car, and I said, thanks a bunch.
Uh-huh.
Well, hold on, here's my money, and it's really weird. He was real specific about it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was robbing me for $12.56.
Caller, sounds to me like...
Like a robbery, yeah.
No, I think what you got a hold of there is a taxi cab.
Taxi cab.
Yeah, they charge people money when they drive you wherever you want to go, and you pay the fee for whatever the trip costs. It's a service in the big cities.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. It's a cab.
Oh, now that's making sense, because I thought he had a misspelling on his paint job there. I thought it was supposed to say car. Cab, huh?
It's C-A-R, but it said C-A-B.
B, right.
Huh.
We made the connection.
Join us again next time on the Mr. Obvious Show.
Mr. Obvious?
Yeah.
That whole cab theory is kind of making sense now. They have a lot of people ride around in them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that explains it. Cabs smell like an old whore.
Yeah.
Smelled like an old
Lowell Sanders is here with us.
I'm on the road.
Are you
Now, Lowell,
single?
are you a single man?
Yeah, I left a wife in Detroit.
Oh, okay.
Uh-huh.
It's the Bob and Tom Show.
I've decided I'm the only guy in the world that likes the hell out of Prince Charles.
Oh, really? Like
I want to drink a Budweiser with Prince Charles.
You think Prince Charles drinks Budweiser?
If he hangs out with me, he's going to.
Yeah.
Well, then he won't do either.
And I'm positive that Pat Carlini and Christy both despise Prince Charles.
Oh,
no,
despise him.
He's a little strange, but no.
He's kind of a geek.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's because he's got big ears and he can't dance well. But the man's going to be the king of England. He's going out with his old college girlfriend, Camilla Parker Down Bowles, the ugliest woman in England. So apparently he can see past outside beauty into inner beauty, which makes him one of them Oprah Winfrey sensitive types.
Yeah.
Right.
He could be sleeping with every woman in England.
That's true.
He's going to be the king of damn England. If I was king of England, I'd be sleeping with every woman in England. I'd be knocking on the door. Fred, go to Home Depot for about an hour. King of England. Good to see you. How you doing? Doug, bring your wife over in a bathing suit. Go with him. Bring me back some pliers. King of England. How you doing? Good to see you. What's the fun of being king of England if you can't sleep with every woman in England?
Oh, God.
King David in the Bible did that. Remember that? His big sin? He's up on the palace wall. He looks over and sees Bathsheba, the new girl next door, taking a bath on the roof. Boy, look at the breast on her. Well, it turns out her husband's a captain in your army. Well, screw him. Send him to the front. Prince Charles can ride a horse without falling off. He can ski down a hill without wrapping himself around a pine tree somewhere. Takes care of his kids. Looks good in a kilt.
Yeah.
And he's got to take crap off his brother-in-law in front of 5 billion people at one time at the funeral and keep a straight face. You know good and well he wanted to reach over and bitch slap that brother-in-law. We hope that the children will be raised the way that Diana wants them raised, as opposed to the way that Charles. I said, hey, 400 years ago, your nuts would be a door knocker on the Tower of London. How about you head back to South Africa and run around on your wife some more? Sell trinkets at the gravesite. Get the gay guy back up there and play piano some more. I'm going to impale both of you.
King England.
King England. I've heard Candle in the Wind that makes my butt hurt. King England. They say it.
Ah, yes. The laughs live on. It's the Bob and Tom Show. You'll notice Chick's not here.
Right.
A stomach bug, apparently.
Ah, poor guy.
Yeah, I think he stayed up really late to watch the Washington Football Club and their victory.
That was 2 nights ago.
Well, I think...
It wears on the immune system.
Yeah,
right.
he started fading yesterday at about 7A. I don't know if you noticed that.
Chick did a great job yesterday.
Got awfully quiet over there.
A great job. He was here.
Yeah, Chick just tuned out 7 a.m. What are you going to do?
He was yawning at 7.
Yeah, there was...
I think he did yawn, actually.
Because he had 3 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
So now he's apparently got explosive diarrhea. So
Well, I don't need to hear that part.
well, you know.
Is there any other kind?
Oh, yeah, there's many kinds.
Yeah, sometimes you just get the normal sluice.
Yeah.
I love that word.
Sort of an onomatopoeia.
The sluice kind of sounds like what it means. It's like the, what is that called? Onomatopoeia.
Yeah,
Onomatopoeia, yeah.
I got to pee too.
Thanks,
So we're going to have to make this a short break. Well, welcome to the Bob and Tom Show. Let's see who's here now. Ace has shifted his allegiance from the Las Vegas Raiders to his favorite band, Kiss.
What?
Yeah. And
Did you see their Dubai concert on New Year's Eve?
I saw, yes, I saw clips of it.
I think they set a world record for pyrotechnics that night. We'll have to look into that and make it our world
Pretty
record
amazing.
this week.
The explosive logo. Ace Cosby is our engineer. He's also the proprietor of the Ace Cosby. Wait a second.
We didn't do one yesterday, did we?
That means today is a
get
2
two,
for
yeah.
Tuesday. Ace Cosby joke of the day.
I
How
must
did-
be-
How did we miss that?
I must be going
don't
sick
know.
because last night I was brushing my teeth, 8 p.m., whatever, about to hit the sack, and I just go, we didn't do the Ace Cosby joke of the day today. What are we doing?
Wow.
Ace, were you aware of that all morning and you just didn't say anything, or?
It was loaded, ready to go as always.
All right, so you just thought, hey.
Oh, yeah.
Now, when you say it was loaded, do we have our weapon available right now?
Sure.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very rare treat. For those of you members of the somewhat obscure Morning Breath Club, this is the Ace Cosby joke of the day. Go
We kind of hit on this yesterday. My favorite Christmas gift was they gave me a wooden leg.
A wooden leg?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it wasn't so much a gift, more of a stocking stuffer.
That's not too bad. I didn't see that coming.
How did you not do that yesterday when we
With
had
the
the story
leg
about the
story.
guy who got a leg
I
for
was
Christmas?
I just didn't want to step on you guys.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we had a bizarre story yesterday.
Yep.
Some guy had been he'd been
have
hit
that.
by a motorcycle as a pedestrian, lost one of his legs, and then he had it taken to a museum, where they put together dinosaurs and stuff.
Yeah,
and they put the bones together with pins.
They called it semi-taxidermied, but it was basically just the bones. There was no skin.
But they're all
on it.
linked together, so
Right.
it's
And he
kind
made
of
it-
creepy, really.
Yeah.
But I mean, and as I said, there are certain cultural and religious traditions in which if you lose a limb or a finger or whatever, you're supposed to be buried with it.
Yeah, this happened in Canada, but wow, yeah.
All right.
So the guy got his leg for Christmas. Mm-hmm. Now that you mentioned it, I wonder if it wasn't a stocking. That would be tremendously appropriate. Well, so we can look forward to another edition of the Ace Cosby joke of the
Certainly,
day.
anticipation.
How did we miss that yesterday? I feel responsible. It's one of my favorite features. Coming up, we have sports with Willie G sitting in for Chick McGee.
Hey, sports teaser. It's going to be really fun. I'm a certified sports guy, you guys. Nothing to worry about over here.
Good.
We're not worried.
Nothing
And
to worry about,
again,
Pat.
there's Willie G over there. Patty G, once again, this is day 2 of the longshoreman look.
Cat burglar.
Yeah, what is this?
Oh,
Is this your new
boy.
favorite hat?
That's my son gave it to me for Christmas.
Oh, a
that's
winter's
sweet.
cap?
Yeah, it's cold over here. We're
Looks
hanging
like you
meat.
should be loading luggage into a 747.
That might pay better.
Oh, I'm sure it would pay better.
Whoa.
You know what I'm saying. You get what you pay for.
And have you met, let's see, wait.
You know, I know you're trying to say.
Yeah, all right, yeah.
What's
Mouth, have you met hand that feeds you?
Oh, okay, there we go. That's Josh.
I'm hungry this week.
Christy Lee is over there in the Navy.
Hi, everybody.
The Navy Federal Credit Union newsroom, and this is the home of the track phone hotline. I would expect some phone calls today. We're hoping to check in again with Larry King. As you know, Larry is a little bit...
He's out of the ICU. Did you see that?
Yes, I did. Larry's
Yes.
doing a little bit better.
Yeah.
And speaking of, this is the weirdest story. I was not very much aware of the actress Tanya Roberts.
Yeah.
And she was reported on Sunday evening that she had died
Right.
suddenly. Well, guess what?
She's alive, too.
She's not dead.
Yeah, she's still in critical condition in the hospital, but she's still alive.
Someone sent me this story last night. It is the weirdest story I have ever seen. It is
Apparently,
so odd.
About
I guess
Tanya?
They thought she was dead, or
Yeah.
whoever had the ambulance or something. I don't know.
Well, apparently, I read a lot about this last night because I felt so bad. I brought it up on the air and I go, oh my gosh, I made a mistake. But apparently, her longtime boyfriend, partner, was in the room with her because they said this will be the last time you'll probably be able to see her alive. And so he walked out and said something to the publicist who she assumed that meant that she had died, and she had not.
And
She was a
alive.
famous James Bond.
Yes, she was in James Bond.
Was she by chance in the movie Die Another Day?
Oh, I don't know about
Live and
that.
let die.
Define irony, I guess.
But she's probably best known to our younger audience as Midge on that 70s show.
And wasn't this just she was a famous Playboy?
She was in Playboy, yeah.
Okay, and was also a Charlie's Angel, like ancillary angel. Bless her. Very, very attractive woman. So we certainly wish her the best. And same for Larry King. But Larry promised he'd call today, so we can look forward to that. Again, the thing that's gonna bug me all day is Ace wearing the Kiss cap instead of the Raiders cap. Although it's more appropriate because Kiss had a better record this year than the Raiders.
Oh,
if only Chick were here to back me up on that joke.
Yeah, because Ace won't. A stellar record. He'll.
Did Kiss release a new record? Is that
No.
Okay? Yeah, just checking. I just wanted to see it.
The way jokes work, Willie, is you make stuff up.
Kind of exaggerate a lot.
You know,
a lot of fiction.
It's
A lot
the
of
setup,
fiction here.
Billy.
I'm very happy to report that I have a good reason to be playing this morning.
Oh, Trace Hombres.
Was ZZ Top in the news?
No, but
This will be a tenuous.
oh no, it's not tenuous at all.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to try to guess.
I'm watching. Have you seen the documentary on Netflix
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
about ZZ Top?
No.
Oh, I wasn't aware of it. All
I
right.
didn't know it either.
Great. I just love these guys.
Yeah, I do too.
Always have loved them. I was a fan before they did the fling guitar.
Spinning guitar.
I liked them back way early.
What? You're too good for a shtick? Come on. Have some fun like the
I'm just
rest
saying.
of us.
I arrived early on this. There's a famous interview. Maybe Dean will back me up on this. I think it's Jimi Hendrix on Dick Cavett or something, and he says, "Who's your favorite guitar player?" And he says, "Billy Gibbons."
Wow.
Yeah. He can play.
Yeah.
But the reason I'm playing this song.
Okay. You know what I'm talking about.
Now, I love what he says, you know what I'm talking about, because I have no idea what he said there the first. It's like, and then when the drums and bass kick in, this is just like the greatest moment, this orgasmic. Top. And the reason I'm playing that.
Yes.
Do you want to guess what it is, Christy?
No.
Anyone?
It's going to be something so weird.
no idea.
It's going to be like Alphabet Soup is releasing a thing. Alphabet Z.
I was
Is
trying
it right on the nose? Did they bust a brothel in LaGrange, Texas?
Close.
I was like, I'm looking at this and I'm like,
yes.
Oh, yeah, they do. Well, not in LaGrange, Texas.
Well,
Okay, the word LaGrange is in the story. Correct.
so the dateline of the story
LaGrange
is
County.
LaGrange, Indiana.
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right.
You got a better song to play, Smarty Pants? Huh?
Going back to Indiana?
Back home again in Indiana?
Back home again in Indiana.
That would be boring.
Indiana
I've got an excuse to play one of my favorite songs, and it's unbelievable.
LaGrange County.
LaGrange County, Indiana is in the news for one of the stupidest things you've ever seen.
When I saw this over the weekend, I went, what?
This was on the National Newswire.
Oh, yeah.
This story is so stupid.
Okay.
It's stupider than a fuzzy guitar that attaches to your belt and spins around 360 degrees.
Oh, that's not stupid.
That's not stupid. That's genius.
That is showmanship.
Yeah, if you can play like Billy Gibbons, I don't care if your guitar's in the shape of a fat hippo.
So now you like the stick.
It's about not only can they play great, they can look cool. You have to kind of wonder though and of course the famous irony is that the drummer Frank Beard doesn't have a beard.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But you have to wonder when they decided to do the beard thing and it became their trademark. You have to wonder every once in a while. Maybe Dusty Hill's going, "Oh boy, am I sick of this beard." Let me take a year off. Shame.
Haven't seen my face in years.
Eating soup is such a mess.
I love crackers.
We've talked with Billy F. Gibbons, and I said to him, "You should start doing commercials." His voice his voiceover voice, whatever you call it, for speaking is so cool. Anyway, we have an excuse to play today for a good reason.
All right.
Because LaGrange, Indiana is in the news for something really embarrassing.
Okay.
On the International Newswire. Now, if you were listening to, say, a great song like that one from ZZ Top, what's the best way to listen to it? Well, of course, it's on Raycon headphones, turned on to me by one Chick McGee. Earbuds are the thing these days. They give you an opportunity to get into your own head and maybe listen to a great podcast, like, say, Josh's podcast called That Josh Arnold Podcast, or the Bits and Pieces Podcast, or the forthcoming Bob and Tom Cast. You can listen to them great on Raycons. New year, new me. That means you're going to be picking up some better habits, right? We've all made some resolutions we're keeping to ourselves. One of them is maybe to get a little exercise, go on some nice long walks. What better way to do it with a pair of Raycons? Raycons are the best earbuds. They're going to cost you a lot less, and now 15% off. We get love letters about people with their Raycons. In fact, I believe, who was saying, was it you, Ace, that was saying your girlfriend's favorite present was her Raycons?
Yeah, I gifted them to two people, and they loved them.
15% off right now, Raycon earbuds. In fact, 15% off all their products for Bob and Tom Show listeners. Here's what you have to do. You go to buyraycon.com/Tom. That's it. You get 15% off your entire Raycon order, so feel free to grab a pair and a spare. 15% off. Buyraycon.com/Tom. The perfect fit, by the way, and Raycons have a choice of, once you get them, they've got a choice of those little ear thingies.
Yes.
What do we decide to call those? Nub. Thank you very much. So that they'll fit your ear, even if your ears are a little teensy tiny or gigantic and weird. You're going to be okay. Would you rather? That's a philosophical question, Josh. Would you rather have huge ears or little teeny ears?
Oh boy, I'm going to go huge. Why not?
Oh,
yeah.
Go big or go home.
What are these? Oh, just my conversation starters?
Yeah, you'll be called Dumbo for the rest of your life.
I'm called worse things.
Oh, no, you're not.
Buyraycon.com/Tom. Tell them the Bob and Tom Show sent you. Coming up, we have Chernobyl in the news. Always not good.
Never good.
And a little bit of news about mistaken identity in the world of the animals. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Essential Morning Radio. All day and all night. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
Hey, Mark Allison here with you on a Tuesday, January 5th. Comedian Kostaki Economopoulos going to be zooming his way in. Check him out at Kostaki.com. I'll spell it for you. Kostaki, Kostaki.com. You can catch up with him on All Pro Lines, where pro football and pro comedians collide. And every Tuesday, Facebook Live at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, it's 50 Toasts with Kostaki. Kostaki, Kostaki.com. On the way on a Tuesday, right after this.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union Entertainment News Desk. Steve Earle has paid tribute to his late son, Justin Towns Earle, by releasing an album of his son's music. Steve remade 10 songs from his son's catalog for the album JT, The final song is Last Words, a song he wrote for Justin. JT came out yesterday on what would have been Justin's 39th birthday. He died in August, and proceeds from the album will be donated to a trust for Justin's 3-year-old daughter. Reba McEntire, Carrie Underwood, Tanya Tucker, and Margot Price are guest musicians on Loretta Lynn's new studio album, Still Woman Enough. The album is a celebration of women in country music with new versions of traditional American songs, as well as a fresh take on Lynn's own songs. She does a recitation to mark 50 years since she released Coal Miner's Daughter. Still Woman Enough comes out on March 19th. And there's a new dog in town, recognized by the American Kennel Club. It's called the Beaver Terrier. And while his name sounds like a water animal, the Beaver is closer to the size of a toy dog. It's akin to a Yorkie, features long flowing coat, and weighs between 4 and 8 pounds. The Beaver is the AKC's 197th recognized breed. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
My roommate's boyfriend is so loud when he finishes, he lets out like a Tarzan yell.
I wonder how loud she is. I hear her boyfriend's name is Tom. Tom.
You can see your son's face. Yeah. Which you can.
All of our face. I don't really yell when I'm done. I just go, I'm sorry, that never happened.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, folks. Boom. It's me. And you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. That's 24 days and 7 hours. No, 27 days a week and 24 like the show with the guy who whispers all the time and saves the world. And Bob and Tom 24/7. Hey, it won't blow up the world.
Frigamall Broadcasting presents another Bob and Tom Olympic moment in history.
The year was 1896.
Uh-oh.
The place just outside of Athens, near the town of Stactontopoulos, Greece. While preparing for the first modern Olympics, organizers were forced to eliminate a track and field event. In what will surely go down as the biggest bloodbath in Olympic history, runners from 5 teams were injured at the initial time trials of the 100-meter razor hurdles. 4 of the 5 athletes would never compete again. However, Austrian hurdler Klaus Kleinendorfer went on to be a silver medalist for the women's team as Gretchen Kleinendorfer.
Thank you very much for this.
20 Q95, it's the Bob and Tom Show.
Thank you, legendary voice of Ace Cosby. And we now turn to the mellifluous and legendary voice of Christy Lee with the weather.
Why, thank you, Tom. Q95, Fox 59.
Why don't you go? Boy, after that nice introduction.
Yeah. Q95, Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. Cloudy today, 39. Partly cloudy tonight, 26. Cloudy and 38 tomorrow. 30 currently.
Thank you very much, Christy Lee. We have something serious happening here.
What's that?
That's the arrival of oodles of cash. Oh, that's right. Be listening for your shot at some serious money. Details coming up. Just pay close attention. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. The man in the kiss cap, of course, our engineer, Ace Cosby, proprietor of the Ace Cosby joke of the day. We already heard one. Oh, it was a good one. But we got another one coming due to a error on part of I forgot yesterday to ask him for one. Let's see. There's Josh over there. It's good to see you, Josh.
Great to see you.
Christy Lee's in the Navy Federal Credit Union newsroom. Willie G is right next to me, and he's sitting at the sports desk, technically.
Yeah, and I got to tell you guys,
the flu today with the belly. Yes.
You know, some of these names are pretty hard to pronounce, so everybody just relax, okay? I'm not sports.
Names in sports?
I'm not sports legend Chick McGee. So
just do what I do. Make it up.
I'll make it up, Christy. Thank you.
Right.
That's what I'll do.
Yeah, well, there may be a couple. Pat Godwin, once again, looks like he just walked off the set of Then Came Bronson.
Mm-hmm.
This is what happened to Bronson after
hard life.
Yeah, after a rough time. Okay, did you ever see the show Then Came Bronson?
No, I'm certainly aware of it.
Somewhat
with Michael
obscure.
Parks.
Yeah, Michael Parks, and a big fan of that show. Quentin Tarantino.
Really?
Yeah. And he used Michael Parks in some movies.
Sure did.
A little bit of obscurity this morning. You're welcome. Coming up, once again, a reason to play this great song from ZZ Top, LaGrange, because LaGrange, Indiana has embarrassed themselves in world news. I just checked. This is actually on the World News Wire.
Of course it is.
And I was mentioning a great documentary about ZZ Top on Netflix. And I'm trying to find out. I think that I know that Billy Gibbons' band, I think they were called the Moving Sidewalks. I think they opened famously for Hendrix on one of his tours, and Hendrix was a huge fan of Billy Gibbons. But in any event, LaGrange, Indiana, in the news, terribly embarrassing. And there's actually a Hendrix tie-in to the story, oddly enough. Not all that tenuous.
Okay.
But I was trying to remember. I thought Hendrix mentioned Billy Gibbons on like Dick Cavett or Johnny Custer or something. I'll dig it up. In the meantime, we are going to feature something that is now available as a video.
Yeah.
In the tradition of We Are the World. This is the Good Riddance 2020 song. And as I mentioned, also a video. And thus far, we have not had to do any editing. There was a rather
There was
awkward,
a scare over
there's
the weekend.
Sort of an awkward moment. But you can view this in the various Bob and Tom social media platforms. But right now, this is the audio production. I should also point out, by the way, speaking of this, we have a new live video feed that you can now check out at bobandtom.com/live.
Yes.
The slash thing always confuses me. But so just go to the Bob and Tom website or grab the app or whatever, and you can figure this out on your own, I think. But this is Good Riddance 2020.
It's been a tough year. Haven't had much fun.
So many bad things.
Glad it's almost done.
Coronavirus. Yeah, we're still dealing with that.
Thanks to some clumsy scientist or some guy who ate a bite.
Can't go to work, doing business in my living room.
Naked from the waist down. Should've bought stock in Zoom. Toilet paper shortage. Our underwear is marked with skids. We're all popping Prozac because we're teaching our own kids. Good riddance 2020. Boy, what a crappy year. Couldn't go to concerts or ball games. Thank God for weed and beer. Adios 2020. You made us cancel everything.
You took Regis and Wilford Brimley.
But you left this Larry King.
Yeah, I'm gonna live forever, man.
You killed the best James Bond.
And Black Panther. What the heck?
And this TV icon died in November. Who is Alex Trebek?
Meghan Markle and Prince Harry are royalty no more. Oh, and little Richard and Kenny Rogers.
Yet royalties no more.
Good riddance 2020. You've been a gigantic pain.
We miss bowling, strip clubs, and theme parks.
And getting free upgrades on a plane.
Fast in 2020 and washing hands like we're all neurotic. your fault, we know the names. Carol Baskin and Joe Exotic. Tiger King and Tiger King. Tiger King and Tiger.
Well, there was unrest in the streets. Everybody talking about that election.
Ugly posts and hateful tweets.
And Jeffrey Dubin's erection.
Wildfires flaring, murder hornets every place.
Stores full of Karens.
And the joke of the day with Ace. You're welcome.
2020, thanks for screwing up our plans. No dating or random hookups. Thank God for OnlyFans. We're all in this together, so just you wait and see. We'll say goodbye 2020 and get back to normalcy.
Wait a minute. What? Normalcy? Normality. I'm sorry, you want it to be wrong. Normality. I'll be Get an education, okay? Normality is correct. Thank you very much. Good riddance 2020. I hope we're not doing the sequel to that next year.
We won't be.
We might
They
find
said
reasons.
it would be over.
Come on.
You're screaming, lying pricks.
We're sorry, 2020. 21 was so much worse.
Same guy is in the White House. He will never leave.
Oh, no. Let's...
Let's see now. Well, welcome back to the Bob and Tom program. What we're trying to do here. A chick is not here today. He's got the stomach flu, reportedly explosive diarrhea. Okay, chick.
Okay. You don't...
I'm just saying.
Can you just say Chick's sick? He's not here?
Hey, Chick's out today. He's doing a paint job.
Josh, I want to ask you a serious question.
Please.
Let's just say you're on one of your dates. You've
One of your dates.
Let's not go into why there's a woman sitting with you or what the background is, but if you have to go to the toilet in the middle of the
Middle of the date?
Yeah. Do you specify? Do you say, "Oh, listen, I've got to go use the washroom"? Do you say, "I've got to hit the head"? Do you say, "I've got to go to the bathroom"? Do you say, "I've got to pee"? What is your typical?
I
bring this up because I got in trouble.
I've had this conversation before too.
With
we was dinner with some friends, and I said, "Gosh, sorry, I've really got to go pee."
Yeah, and I bet she said, "Just say excuse yourself, please."
Yeah.
I always say, just say I have to be excused.
Now, do you say bathroom, washroom?
I tend to try to say something gross and awkward because to me, everybody knows, and so I'm diffusing the awkwardness by acknowledging
Really?
it. Yes.
Really?
Yes. And
I don't think so.
What about any
And it's also.
Oh, sorry. I was going to say like cool sneak words like drain the main vein, go
Tinkle.
to
I say tinkle a lot.
Yeah, see a man about a horse, implying that the
gosh.
massiveness of your. This may take a while. We have to get the crane out in order to. Really? Now, if you're with a bunch of guys, maybe. But if
that's different.
the
No, it doesn't matter who it is.
Once again, the scenario was Josh is on a date, and there's probably some romantic music in the background, and perhaps this is your first encounter with her. You've met her on some.
On some what?
Random digital.
Some website, I'm sure, online.
Pay-per-view.
Oh, God.
Yes, and I pay-per-view.
That's how he thinks it works. He thinks you use your TV remote.
He thinks I'm wooing OnlyFans girls somehow.
Live cam babes.
So
you're at the restaurant.
Excuse me, baby. I got to go pee out of my wiener hole.
See? She laughs.
She does. And it's a litmus test or whatever that's called, where
she has a sense of humor.
Yes, litmus test.
Yeah, litmus. If she laughs or if she hates it, then we're not meant for each other.
You think you're to open with that on your first date?
It's funny.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I don't care.
I've got to go use the washroom. And
what's the worst that's going to happen? She goes, I'm going to go home, and then I get to go home and watch a movie? Awesome. Well, I think you overestimate
alone time.
And honestly, I've had the same thing. I used to do chicken wings on a first date because you think it's like gross and messy, but you kind of drop your insecurities because you're like, hey, we're both getting gross and messy. Let's just do this. We're getting chicken wings tonight.
Yeah, but that's one thing. I agree with that, but I don't think you want to go, hey, listen, I got to go drop the kids at the pool. Get it?
No, I try to come up with my own.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He doesn't do the hacks.
Really?
Yeah.
Right. I got a few cannonballs to fire off. These are all just coming to me right now.
Sure.
Got to go.
You're riffing.
Drop some meatballs off the plate, something like that.
By the way, if you have to do that in this building,
yeah,
Yesterday, I experienced something rather interesting.
Yeah.
The two cans, if you will, in this wing were both occupied.
Sure.
And then there's one just around the corner.
Right.
That's out of order. Have you seen that? Yeah, the thing is off and there's a sign on it.
What'd you do?
So wait a second. Now at this
There are
point,
bathrooms in the
at this
backpack.
point, as Chuck would say, the launch keys have both been turned. So I went to the one. There's one all the way back.
Sure.
Guess what?
That's out.
That's also out. Yeah, that's out.
What?
So yeah, they're both. I don't know what's going on. The lids are off them, and there's a sign saying out of order.
They may have shut the water off.
They may have shut the water off.
So a lot of things are gone back there. Why
Uh,
don't you stop at the engineering? Because that's closer.
I didn't stop at the engineering one because Eddie was back there. I didn't want to go, hey, Eddie, by the way, nice to see you. Excuse me, I'm going to go stink up the engineering wing.
What'd you end up doing?
There's the ladies' room back there.
Yep.
And I didn't know it. They got 2 toilets in that one.
Well,
sure.
yeah.
We only have the one.
It's
I think we should file a discrimination case.
Yes.
That's because we don't stand to pee.
Okay, well, while I was in there, of course, I took the liberty of taking some of the free Tampex products.
Oh, good.
okay, good.
Glad to know that.
We don't have anything for free. I'll tell you what those.
Wait, you guys don't take all the free toilet paper and soap?
No.
Last March we did.
Yeah, I took soap from here last March.
I did too.
So in any event, if you have anything, I don't know what's going on here, but we've got a toilet shortage. So that's interesting, Josh. I thought I'm kind of surprised.
I wonder why the men's rooms are all messed up.
I don't
That's
know.
weird.
Now, do you agree with Willie, by the way, that you should order something sort of funky rather than being...
Well, the only issue with wings and like ribs and stuff like that would be flossing. You'd want to floss before you maybe get that first kiss.
Not me, man. That's seconds.
Seconds. You share. You like to share your
I'm just
leftovers.
being silly.
No, of course, yeah.
You don't want a messy thing, maybe for it, but I think it's kind of fun.
What would a vegan? What if it was a vegan? What if she was a vegan?
Well, usually you'd know that because she would have told you 10 times before you went to dinner.
Sure. Yeah, she'd had a T-shirt. the shirt, the commandments that she issues. But is it appropriate to? Are vegans sensitive about making out with someone who's just down to?
That's a good question. I bet it's like anything else. Some are, some aren't. People are different regardless.
You'd have to floss and.
Right. Are they? They just don't like the taste of a burger breath.
You have to put on a dental dam.
So, what does your girlfriend prefer you say when you have to go to the restroom? If you're in a restaurant or something, what does she prefer you say?
She would probably say, "Hey, could you avoid coming back? You find something to do." No, it would. Yeah, doesn't like it if I say, "Hey, listen, I've got to go pee."
Yeah.
It should be just, I'm going to go use the washroom.
If I have
and it's
done-
got to be washroom, by the way.
Okay,
You don't
really?
want to, not toilet or
Washroom.
Sure,
Washroom.
yeah,
No one says washroom.
I class
but
it
you.
up. I say little boy's room.
There you go.
Got to go to the little boy's room.
I have made jokes before where I've said, I remember one particular date, I had to go to the bathroom and I got up and I said, "I'm sorry, I got to go call my wife."
That's
and
funny.
I walked away.
That's very funny.
But no, it's funny. She knew I was joking.
I'm writing these down. That's very good.
I'm a charmer.
I bet you are.
Oh my God.
No, we're waiting.
That was a little moment you two just had. That was very sweet. I bet you are.
Have you
Arnold.
charmed in a
Bet
while?
you are.
No, I'm not interested in being charming these days.
Yeah. A lot of alone time, huh? Me too over there.
A lot of what?
Alone time.
I think your alone time and my alone time are different.
I think so too.
They're not that different.
Does yours involve a squeegee?
Reading, writing, and a lot of good TV.
But I picture you sighing a lot between those things.
I do sigh a lot.
And I'm not me.
I cry, sigh. I
Yeah,
wet
there you go.
myself.
See?
Yeah.
No.
I like to
What have
march
I
up
done wrong?
March up the stairs and going, "No one's here to bother me. I'm alone. I'll do what I want." Look at my refrigerator. All my stuff is in there. Nothing annoying.
I don't have to share any of this food. Again, we go down these 2 roads.
Well, I was just going to say, I don't want to break the fourth wall, but I think it's because right now the girls are at his house, so my dad is home alone. So I just think he was celebrating that right now he has nobody eating the stuff in his refrigerator. I think that's what he was singing.
Yeah, but yesterday my house looked like a circus.
Are you enjoying the bachelor lifestyle again?
No, there are so many people over there.
What the hell are you doing?
It's the purge of 2021.
Oh, getting rid of stuff, huh?
Yeah. If you want to know what it was, just check the dumpster.
Jason, want to go? I'll go.
Yeah, I was going to say,
it might be
Josh, you
good
want to go
stuff.
check it out?
I could use a dining room table.
I got my handyman. I had a guy fixing the stove.
Wow.
I was up on a ladder taking down all the wreaths yesterday.
What could go
wrong?
Mm-hmm.
There are 21 of them in my house.
That's far too many.
21 wreaths?
Yeah, you have them over all the windows and the inside.
Christmas, not a gun salute. No reason for that.
Yeah,
Where
I'll
do
tell
you
what-
store all those?
Well, I'm going back to the Container Store today because forgot I need one more of those wreath storage bags.
Oh my gosh!
What do you do? Just stack them up like a tire store?
No, you gotta hang them so they don't get crushed. In the
You hang all your wreaths in the garage?
hang them
But in
up?
bags, yeah.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Got to keep them fresh. Like you're camping, like it's food, and you're hiding it from bears.
Let me handle this. I got this right now. Let's see. Coming up in sports, you want to give me the teaser, Willie?
Yeah. Well, you guys, our favorite Gardner Minshew might not be around anymore. The NFL has announced the selection of next April's draft, which will be led off by the Jacksonville Jaguars, and we got a bunch of basketball scores.
Okay.
All right.
That means we have to do a Gardner Minshew song.
Not around.
No, we don't have to. I haven't written
We're gonna
anything.
have to. We might have to give him a send off at some point.
Maybe tomorrow.
Looking forward to that. Well, should we do a challenge, Pat?
Okay.
When we come back, we'll give you a challenge to write a song this morning. Right now, I want to talk about these babies right here. See this box?
Yeah.
It's full of very tasty treats, perfect for the new year. The Built Bar, B-U-I-L-T,
big
the Built
fan.
Bar. If someone handed you one of these, you'd go, this is really a great candy bar. But, you know, I'm trying to cut back. Actually, Built Bar is a healthy protein bar. There's lots of these out there, but I want you to try the Built Bar. Low calorie, low sugar, high protein, high fiber. And by the way, among other things, great for the so-called keto diet. Lose or maintain your weight and indulge in a delicious treat. These things are absolutely delicious. They've got a whole bunch of flavors. My personal favorite, the peanut butter or the caramel brownie or the cookies and cream.
And they are real chocolate. There's real chocolate on them. So you feel like you're really being decadent.
They really taste like a candy bar.
Yeah.
There's a lot of these. Remember we had those ones last year someone brought in and they didn't really cut it. These are super tasty. 110 to 160 calories depending on which flavor you take. 16 to 20 grams of protein. 3 to 5 net carbs. Every bar covered in, as Christy said, 100% chocolate. Check them out. It's called the Built Bar. Go to BuiltBar.com. Use the promo code BT20 to get 20% off your next order. Once again, that promo code is BT20, 20% off, and it's BuiltBar.com. So don't give up on your New Year's resolution.
No, you'll think you're breaking it, but you're not.
That should be their new slogan.
Ah, yeah.
You think you're breaking your... Well, we'll have to work on that. Don't break your resolution. Have a Built Bar. BuiltBar.com. Coming back with a little bit of sports. We have flamethrowers in the news. Always funny.
Yes.
And we have a nudie cruise.
Nudie cruise.
Nudie coming up. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Got a comment? Our email is bobandtom@bobandtom.com. More Bob and Tom next. State law.
Hey, it's Roy Wood Jr. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Bob and Tom, all the time, in your ear.
Well, you know, if you watched any of Comedy Central, you heard that man or saw that man doing quite a bit of promos over the holidays for Comedy Central. And my man, we're very proud of you and all of your success. Just make sure you come back and visit from time to time. That's all we ask here at the Bob and Tom Show. Comedian Kostaki Economopoulos on the way, zooming his way in on a Tuesday. He'll go over the NFL playoff situation and, of course, make fun of your team, whatever your team is, because that's what Kostaki does. Hopefully your team made the playoffs and has a game upcoming this weekend, or perhaps you're lucky enough your team is going to have a bye. Some people not so fortunate. Some not making the playoffs. Sorry, Ace. You were listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. That was a shot at the Raiders, everybody. I'm Mark Allison with your Bob and Tom sports update. Tobias Harris scored 22 points. The Philadelphia 76ers moved to 6-1 with their fourth straight win. 118-101 over Charlotte. Joel Embiid had 14 points and 11 rebounds to help the 76ers win the two-game set in Philadelphia. Kelly Olynyk drained 5 3-pointers on his way to 19 points. Bam Adebayo had a game-high 20 for 9 of 10 shooting for the Miami Heat's 118-90 rout of Oklahoma City. The Milwaukee Bucks moved over the 500 mark. Giannis Antetokounmpo delivered 43 points. They topped Detroit 125-115. Jason Tatum poured in 40 points as the Boston Celtics handed the Toronto Raptors their 5th loss in 6 games, 126-114. Steph Curry followed up his career-high 62-point performance in Sunday's win over Portland by delivering 30 points, 9 rebounds, and 8 assists to lead the Warriors' 137-106 rout of the Kings. That's a quick look at your sports highlights. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
After talking with a group of massage parlor operators who urged the authorities to reopen their venues as soon as possible due to economic pain, Mr. Faris...
As the eye can see.
It's better. Faris Karasanar Awiwong.
No, you're pronouncing it wrong.
Awiwong.
Here's how you pronounce it. I looked this guy's up. It's Karasanar Awiwong.
Karis there. Wing wing. Walla walla wing wong.
Did I get it right?
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Good morning, sunshine.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Rick Schrader is our guest. Rick is a newly married new dad.
Yes, I have a 4-year-old daughter now, which is she's a doll. Her name's Maya, and she's beautiful. But I'll tell you, she's fallen under the sway of the evil purple one.
You mean?
Yes, Barney.
Barney the dinosaur.
Every morning, I love you. I haven't digested a breakfast in a year for listening to Barney on the those amazing robot Stepford like children they have surrounding him and the realistic portrayals of kids. Now, hey Barney, let's clean our room and then pray. Where do they get these kids? Off the Mouseketeers directly to Barney, and it's amazing. If you have the kids love Barney. Mm-hmm. They love him. That's going to be the next Waco type disaster. Barney and his followers in a Quonset hut outside Dallas. Sharing means caring, Billy. So strike the match. Next thing you know, polyurethane Barney suit goes up like tinder. I point this out because I care.
Bob and Tom. 45-295. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Thank you very much, Chase Cosby. Let's see now. Christy, an update on the weather, please.
Yeah, it'll be cloudy today. Look for a high of 39. Cloudy tomorrow, 38. Right now we have cloudy skies, 30 degrees.
Thank you very much, Christy. Sure. Also, congratulations. Pacers win in OT.
What a game that was. Did you see the end of that?
Yeah, and by the way, did you see the thing that Indianapolis is going to host all of the NCAA men's college basketball tournament?
Yeah, it's going to be a wild March.
Yeah, that'll be cool. Congratulations to everybody involved. There'll be plenty of work and plenty of folks. Great stuff, I hope. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Thanks very much for joining us. Let's see now. Josh Arnold's right over there.
Hi.
Taking attendance here. Chick McGee is not present today. Chick has a stomach bug. Ace Cosby's wearing his KISS cap today, having given up on the Las Vegas Raiders.
Well, they're done for the season.
As they said, they just wanted to get out early so they could prepare for next year.
Yeah.
Willie G is sitting in for Chick, technically. He'll be doing sports in a matter of moments. Christy Lee is in the Navy Federal Credit Union newsroom. This is Tom speaking. And this is the home of the track phone hotline. When that rings, it could be, who knows. But I will say this, Pat Godwin.
Yeah.
I want to give you a songwriting challenge, if you don't mind. I know that you've spent many a tour, if you will, on the cruise ships.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and, 3 years.
3 years on the cruise ships. And I know that you play the so-called big rooms.
Yeah, the theaters,
Seat how many in some of those?
3,000, 4,000.
Wow. On a boat.
Yeah, it's fun.
In any event, there's a news story here. I'll just give you a preview of it, and maybe you can come up with something.
Yeah.
The Carnival cruise ship known as the Pride, the Carnival Pride.
Been on it, yeah.
You've been on? Okay, great.
Sure.
Well, in
2022, they're going to do something big.
Yeah, it's a nudity, a nudist, if you will.
Well, I've done one of those.
You've done a nude cruise?
Yeah, it was a charter, yeah. I didn't know when I got on. I thought,
no kidding.
Are you serious?
Wow. And then a quarter of the people were dressed. They didn't know it was a nude cruise, so it was kind of an odd mix. Yeah.
Oh, my.
Well, anyway, if you can take that information, it will be in 2022. They were going to do this year on the Carnival Legend. That's a different boat, apparently. But they've switched ships. In any event, we'll get to the story coming up, but there is a nudie cruise. So come up with something for that, won't you, please? In the meantime, we turn now to Willie to see what's going on in the world of sports. Wilbur?
Jacksonville Jaguars head coach Doug Marrone. Tony Soprano's mad. Marrone. Doug Marrone has been dismissed a little more than 12 hours after ending the season with a 15th consecutive loss. Marrone went 24-43 in 4 seasons with the Jags, falling a few plays shy of the team's first Super Bowl in 2017. Jacksonville has dropped 21 of Marrone's final 24 games, including 15 by double digits. But not so fast, Jags fans. This April, the Jacksonville Jaguars will lead off the NFL draft. The New York Jets currently have the number 2 pick, followed by the Dolphins, Falcons, and Bengals.
And neither of those teams have a coach right now, right?
Yeah. The Dolphins gained draft choice following a 2019 trade that sent tackle Laramie Tunzel and receiver Kenny Stills to the Houston Texans. And the Chargers also dropped their coach. A lot of changes in the NFL right now.
Man.
Third-ranked Villanova men's basketball team has postponed its next 3 games after 2 players tested positive for COVID. The 8-1 Wildcats were scheduled to play tomorrow at DePaul, Friday versus Marquette, and January 13th at Xavier. No makeup dates have been announced. Head coach Jay Wright planned to return to the sideline tomorrow after going to isolation following a positive test for COVID on December 26th.
You have any other specific information about that story?
I read everything that was there. Villanova, PA, AP.
We got it. Next.
If you want to know, I could say Villanova in a funny voice.
Yes, please.
Do that, yeah.
Villanova.
How about that?
That was sort of like a knight.
Kind of Clesian. Yeah.
That was what I was going for. Josh, big news for you. The American Hockey League says 3 teams.
The American Hockey League.
That's what I have.
Right,
the American Hockey League.
Is a new one?
No, it's...
Is it a lesser hockey league?
I think it might be the Charlotte Checkers and the Milwaukee Admirals.
Yeah. Okay.
The Milwaukee Admirals, is that like the Washington Generals of hockey? They play against...
a bunch of fine players.
No, they are all very good.
The American Hockey League says...
Newsday in sports.
Is this like minor league hockey?
Well, I wanted to do my fantasy football segment, but fantasy football is over.
By the way, didn't we find out that it looks like the Canadian teams are going to stay in Canada? Is that what's going on in hockey in the NHL?
Yeah. Yeah, because I forgot they're not going to do another bubble. The commissioner said he wouldn't put the players through that again. But so, yeah, Canada will all those teams will stay up north. And
so how's that going to work?
Well, ideally, when it comes to playoff time and Stanley Cup time, everything will be as close to normal.
They'll be able to cross the border again.
But we'll see.
Okay, all right. Well, and how's your favorite team?
Oh, the Blues started their camp already, and their first game's on the 13th, I believe. So
okay, all right, very good, very good. Anything else worth listening to?
No, and I figured it out. I mean, not really, but I figured out that the American Hockey League, it's like the farm league, essentially.
Right, no, of course.
These teams are affiliated with the Panthers, the Predators, and the St. Louis Blues.
Right.
So the Springfield Thunderbirds, Josh.
Yes, sir.
You would be interested in some news about them, and that's all the news. So. Just get rid of that.
Okay,
Move on.
More
we
football talk.
we were talking to Josh about these first dates that he goes on and how he says to the lady.
We really weren't.
Why are you putting Josh on the?
Well, because Josh is the one that says if he has to have any kind of transaction in the realm of the intestines.
Or the bladder.
Or the bladder. He tends to be quite direct. This was sent to us from Jason in Ohio. He writes, I've used this one. I'll be out in a bit. I'm trying to grow a tail in here.
Oh, boy, that's lovely.
Oh, wait, so he's yelling it from the bathroom or texting her, I presume? That's odd.
Wow. That's a little rough. Little yikes. Okay, now coming up a little bit later on, we, as I mentioned earlier, have a really good reason to play this. Great song, LaGrange from ZZ Top.
There's no way the story is going to match up to the amount that we have teased it this morning.
Yes, it is.
It's not.
3 times already.
And there's a great documentary about ZZ Top on Netflix.
Are you getting paid by that documentary? What is happening?
This is some quality television.
Are they a client?
Josh, you should have been there at Thanksgiving. He plugged Gary Shandling's book. I couldn't believe it.
Old book.
LaGrange, Indiana is embarrassingly now on the International Newswire.
Okay.
For something. You'll see it. This really does tie in.
It doesn't make any sense why they even did this.
Because they were a bunch of rednecks in 1971. And they wanted to let their...
Do you want to just do the story?
May we? Or
yes.
No, we have to wait?
What is the teaser?
But I want it now, Daddy.
It's like when you tell this lady friend, I'm going to go see a man about a horse. When you come back, then you fill in all the details.
He also said that he doesn't take the hack lines. He thinks of his own fun lines.
I try to, yeah.
I'll think of one right now.
I like the wiener hole. That was funny.
I got a good one.
That's something I actually do say. Yes, Willie.
What if you go, hey, I'm going to go see if my butt still works? Is that good or no?
I think it is. I think
not
that
bad at all.
works.
That's not
That
bad.
made me laugh.
If she doesn't giggle.
That made me laugh. Yes.
Forget her.
Come back.
That's funny.
Still works.
Yeah.
See if my butt still works.
And you say to her something subtle like, if yours doesn't work, I've got an idea how we can fix it later tonight.
I think I'd be more interested if something else worked, but go ahead.
Well, I could just see you saying this and the young lady taking her phone and texting her friend, help.
Call me.
Call me in 3 minutes.
Oh, there's been an emergency. I got to go.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Well, coming up, we will come back and explain why LaGrange is embarrassingly on the international news.
I don't even care anymore.
Oh, it's a great story. You're going to love it.
You've teased it out of interest.
Really. There's no way it can be.
Okay. We'll be right back with that fantastic story. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Want to share something? Send us an email. bobandtom@bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Bob and Tom.
5,
4, 3, 2, 1.
They put the F in professional.
Check it out. The Bob and Tom Show now being streamed at this address, bobandtom.com/live. I'll say it again, bobandtom.com/live, the new location of the Bob and Tom live video feed, bobandtom.com/live. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. By the way, the live feed is still free, still available, and you can find it at bobandtom.com/live. Did I mention it's free?
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk. Georgia voters are set to decide the balance of power in Congress in a pair of high-stakes Senate runoff elections today. Voting will determine President-elect Joe Biden's capacity to enact what some say could be the most progressive governing agenda in generations. Democrats, though, must win both of the state's elections to gain the Senate majority. Republicans are unified against Biden's plans for health care, environmental protection, and civil rights. Mexico has approved the Oxford AstraZeneca coronavirus vaccine, hoping to spur a halting vaccination effort that has only seen about 44,000 shots distributed since the third week of December. But the Mexican government official heading up efforts to deal with the pandemic, well, he was spotted at a Pacific Coast beach, apparently sitting at a seaside restaurant without a face mask on. Locals are not happy. Spies wanted, inquire within. The within in this case happens to be the CIA's website. The National Spy Agency has launched a new site to search for top shelf candidates to join the intelligence agency. The recruitment effort is aimed at finding people with a broader range of life experiences to join the CIA. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Hi, this is Dr. Will Miller, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Well, let's get a serious tip from you. When you get pulled over for a traffic thing, what's your suggestion? What do you do?
Just be polite.
Yep. Yeah, I can.
If you say yes or no, sir, more than likely you're going to get off unless you just run into a jerk. And
you're not supposed to get out of the car, right?
No. You know the best thing to do, and what I always do at night. If they pull me over, I always flip on my dome light and put my hands on the. And they always say, "Oh, you've been arrested before." And I go, "No, I'm an ex-cop." And then all of a sudden, everything just smooths.
Now, how do you prove you're an ex-cop? Do you have some kind of special signal?
I just say I make more money now.
Mm-hmm. And they know that you're.
They know I'm.
I see. Okay, good.
I'm so doing that, telling them I'm an ex-cop.
You don't ever say you know a cop either.
Oh, really?
Because then the automatic response is, "Yeah, I know him. I hate him."
Oh, well, they must know the same cop we know.
Wow, that's sad.
That's the automatic response.
Oh, really?
That's the worst thing you can say. But I got a friend that's a police officer.
So I have a free pass.
Yeah,
right.
You can't pull me over.
I'm assuming I can go on with my life.
Hey, I give it the police fund. Does that help if I have the bumper sticker in the car?
No.
That's the first thing they look for.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Every drug dealer in the world has one of those.
Boy, you're a chump. You just paid for our last keg party.
Hey, guy, it's Kid Tarmac. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Take that to the bank. 24/7. I know.
Joining us in the studio, comedian Ed Yeager.
Hi, guys.
Hi, Ed. How are you?
Good.
Good to see you again.
I'm glad football season's almost here. I love football.
I do too.
I was I was in a hotel room, and I was watching a football game, and I opened the drawer, I pull out the Bible, I turned to John 3:16.
Mm-hmm.
And it actually says, "Sitteth thee in the end zone with a large sign."
Here's one of the fattest things I've ever done.
I ate a pie in a car.
By myself. The apple pie that we had, it was so thick and beautiful, I just ate it like a piece of pizza.
Wait a minute. So you ate a pie by cutting it into triangular pieces and eating it one by one?
Like
what a weirdo!
Like a pizza. No, like without a fork is what I meant. You pick it up and you eat it like a piece of pizza. You dick.
My most recent marriage was a disaster. It made the wreck of the Edmunds Fitzgerald.
701 Q95, it's the Bob and Tom Show.
Thank you once again, the mellifluous voice of Ace Cosby. A quick forecast, Christy Lee.
Q95, Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. Cloudy today, high 39, partly cloudy down to 26, 30 right now.
Clear your throat now.
I don't know why that's happening.
You're a pro. Happens to all of us.
Oh, sorry.
no idea.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Everybody clear their throat at the count of 3. 1, 2. Christy?
Oh, boy.
I'm fine.
Okay. All right. Okay. Just checking. There's Christy Lee in the Navy Federal Credit Union newsroom. She's got a little room all by herself.
I like it like this.
No odd odors.
No. I don't have to listen to you guys talk about bodily functions during the breaks. It's great.
Talking about anything.
We were hearing about Josh's thesis.
Oh, thank you very much.
What's your thesis about,
God,
Josh?
I out condescended Tom during that break.
Wow, what did
hard
you
to
say?
do.
Man.
One of those naturally funniest moments I have been a part of.
Josh got honors in his thesis.
Well, congratulations, Josh.
What was
I'm
your
sure
thesis
you're a
on?
fine
Yeah,
writer.
Yes. What was the topic?
It was a screenplay. Now that we are talking about it, I can tell you I had 2 majors and I got honors on both of my.
Nice.
One was a.
Yeah, you should talk to my older brother Sam about that. I'm sure you guys could really chat it up about
Arts and crafts and
What was the topic?
One was a screenplay called King for a Day, and the other was a play called Red Hot. And yeah.
Now, can I speculate on the content of Red Hot? Does it involve a pizza delivery man?
It does not.
And a luscious young lady who's so horny. Oh, no? Okay, very good.
It involved a conspiracy among a Major League Baseball team.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Very good. Bit of a dramedy. And,
Okay, well, it's good to know, and I don't know why we were talking about that. And
well, you wanted to hear all about my honors.
Okay, that's very nice. Okay, let's see, where was? Oh, you guys have been complaining all morning
About?
because I mentioned I'm a big fan of the band ZZ Top.
Oh, God.
Mentioned ad
there's
nauseum.
There's a great documentary about them on Netflix if you want to get a chance to watch it. And we've talked with Billy Gibbons on many occasions.
Dude, his new solo work is awesome, too.
Billy F. Gibbons, I think is how he does it on those albums. In any event, we played a little bit of this classic. One of the great drum things of all time. That little clickety-clack. So perfect.
What's he playing? Just the rim there?
He must be.
Yeah.
So great.
One of the great drum things.
Yeah, I mean, it's a percussion, whatever it is. I mean, it's just they have dozens of choices when they make music, and he could have done lots of different things, and that's just so cool. But the point is, that's a song called LaGrange. It's certainly a classic. And LaGrange, Indiana, on the International Newswire this morning for something terribly embarrassing. Christy, do you have the story?
The county of LaGrange, Indiana, has repealed its so-called anti-hippie ordinance.
This is the anti-hippie legislation? Well, how about the swinging blue jeans?
Oh, okay, that's not fair. That's not the original, right?
Boy, does this sound like the British invasion or what? Oh, yeah. That guitar sounds right out of the Beatles.
First time a news story has had a full original soundtrack.
Oh, we're not done.
Oh, but I mean,
According
the
to
Georgia Satellites version of the Hippie Hippie Shake. This is just awesome.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yeah. Take his computer away.
Jeez.
So, I'm sorry. So, LaGrange, when I say LaGrange,
The county of LaGrange, Indiana, apparently had a law back in 1971 that regulated
good one, if you ask me.
large gatherings that lasted more than 12 hours and involved more than 500 people.
Why?
It was intended, Tom, if you'll let me finish, to block huge gatherings like Woodstock in 1969, of course, fabulous musical festival in New York State. Go ahead, play a song. Every band that was at Woodstock.
Yeah, Crosby, Stills, and Nash.
We'll start with Canned
I
Heat.
suppose we could play a little
And end with
Hendrix
Sean on
Woodstock if you want. What city councilman stood up and went, we don't want those I want those hippies coming here, bringing all their money and dirt.
The county commissioner, Dennis Krantz, said, I called it our anti-hippie ordinance. The law was recently dropped as part of an effort to repeal impractical and out-of-date ordinances.
A tie-dye, illegal. They're all queers.
Have been on the books as long as 100 years.
As in weirdos.
Weirdos, sorry. I mean,
so
I don't mean
your mess.
I know you're in character.
Yeah, I'm playing an intolerant redneck.
No, we understood.
No gatherings, especially if they're black people.
It's a thin veil.
Yes.
Yeah.
When the voice work is this minimal, I mean, so thin. We understand because you're making some weird face, but you can't see the characters in the radio.
Oh, God. That's hilarious.
Every county has these insane dated laws, right? That are just on their books.
Mm-hmm.
Some very oddly specific.
But all the hippies were singing about going to California. No hippies were going, I want to get dosed and go to LaGrange, Indiana.
There's no song. If you're going to LaGrange, Indiana.
The problem is a lot of those hippies left for New York City and didn't quite make it.
They got stuck in Indiana.
Ohio's long.
The car broke down in LaGrange.
All runs out.
So now they're just the Manson family of LaGrange.
So anyway, that's LaGrange on the International Newswire. And full of Amish folks there, right?
Yes.
So do they gather in big groups?
Sure. Build barns together.
Yeah.
Big barn
Sharing
raising.
the butter with a friend.
I don't think they have a lot of amps and a lot of music, but
No, they play
you never
classical.
heard the Electric Amish?
well, now we're going to play them too. Go ahead.
No, you want to hear something from Woodstock? What's the best thing at Woodstock? Of course, Joe McDonald, Country Joe and the Fish.
That's the best.
No.
Give me a
Hey,
We got to edit that. That's the famous Fish cheer.
Right.
On the original album, it's F-I-S-H, you see. Joe he augmented it if you've seen the movie. How about this from Woodstock?
It's incredible. I heard that the New York freeway is closed.
Closed? This morning we heard that they were back down Route 17 with an 8-hour delay.
Right. Well, the New York State freeway is closed.
It's Arlo Guthrie. Very good. Very good.
Mm-hmm. The history of Woodstock. There you go.
So they didn't want that to happen in LaGrange, Indiana.
Fifth time.
That's it. Let's just call it.
And I got explosive diarrhea. I got to go.
Yeah, okay.
Well, since we're talking Woodstock,
Yes.
I thought we would feature something. This is the great comedian Dennis Wolfberg.
Oh, yeah. We loved him.
Dennis went to Woodstock.
He sure did.
And he'd been a high school teacher, I think in Brooklyn or something. And he was not the hippest guy in the world.
No.
But he gave us a report at one of the Woodstock anniversaries. He happened to be here, and here's what he said.
Dennis Wolfberg is our guest.
Yes, indeed. And of course, this is the anniversary of Woodstock, and I went in 1969 as opposed to the 1968 Woodstock, which was far less successful. There I was. I went because a couple of buddies of mine who were far more hip and attuned to the music of the day, and I, having virtually no life at that point in time, was joining them for what was going to be, several thousand people at this big rock fest, and it turned out to be Woodstock. But to show how absolutely out of touch I was, when the Who came on, they were really the first group that I thought I knew. I thought they were the Guess Who, which at that time had a song, These Eyes. And finally, after a day and a half of what to me was completely unknown, obscure, loud music in the heat and the mud, finally a group I could sink my teeth in when they started to sing These Eyes, to which I could boogie along like the other 500,000 people. Meanwhile, they do 2 hours, it's 4 in the morning, and at the end, they do the rock opera, Tommy, at the end of which they smash all their instruments, but they had not yet sung These Eyes. And I'm thinking, how stupid can you be? You have one hit, and you're breaking your instrument. What are you going to do, it a cappella? How stupid! They have no sense of theatrics. Right. Mr. Woodstock himself.
So you were actually there.
I hated it.
Really? It was muddy and rainy.
Oh, yeah. Jews are not meant for mud. Really. We need room service. I did not particularly enjoy it, but I was there. And despite that, I still couldn't score with women for years. Telling me I was in Woodstock, however, they still were not interested in me. I played at Woodstock. They still didn't care.
Dennis Wolfberg went to Woodstock, and he was, of course, waiting to hear the Guess Who and the classic
play
Burton
that?
Cummings, Randy Bachman, These Eyes.
It is good.
Yeah, that's a good song.
Very cool, yeah.
The most underrated vocalist in rock and roll.
He's amazing.
As far as I'm concerned. But, of course, he was expecting to hear that, but instead he heard...
Bob and Tom, 5 songs an hour.
5 songs and 4 laughs an hour.
Great
Oh, you
Pete
know-
Townsend, Roger Daltrey.
No, 5 snippets of songs, Pat. You don't get the whole song.
It's just a taste.
Yeah, I know.
So you come away from today's show and go, I think I'll go listen to some great ZZ Top, maybe Burton Cummings and the Guess Who, maybe the Who.
Yeah, it's just enough to annoy us.
Go see the movie Woodstock. Not annoying at all. I'd
Can't go see it. It's not
recommend.
perpetually in theaters. You can probably stream it somewhere.
Oh, Mr. Fancy Pants Hi-Fi.
He's got the internet at home.
Fancy Pants Arnold.
Here's how old school I am. My idea of a great product from Macintosh.
Yeah.
It's not an Apple computer, but a tube preamp.
Oh, man.
There are those out there that know what I'm talking about. The just deliciously, sonically brilliant Macintosh products. Remember from anybody know what I'm talking about? Okay, good. Yeah.
Only from you just having talked about it before.
Just, when sound counted. Okay, well, there we go. There's our LaGrange, Indiana.
Hunk.
Now repealing their anti-hippie ordinance. Were you ever a hippie chick, Christy?
No, not really.
Didn't you have a water?
I like baths.
You had a waterbed.
I liked hygiene.
I never really smoked pot, and I didn't like patchouli, and I like baths.
Did you ever not shave your pits?
No,
Thank you
God,
for
no.
one with pits.
Christy, you should start that phase now. You know, you can kind of get those long dresses and patchouli.
Oh,
get a
yeah,
whole
that'll
live,
help.
laugh, love thing going.
That'll help my love life. Thanks, Willie.
I like a nice peasant dress.
Shut up, Pat.
I do.
You do? You like that look?
Oh, absolutely. Long.
Pat, you like anything that never
I am
mind.
so horny.
The female orangs at the zoo are safe.
Hey, look at that over there.
What do you like? You like a breezy gown?
Oh, a breezy gown is nice.
Uh-huh. So a woman looks like she's wearing a gunny sack, you're fine with
Oh, burlap.
I will
yeah,
say
bring it on.
patchouli is a big... I was at a restaurant last year and moved because someone at the next table had so much patchouli on I couldn't eat my food.
Yeah, there must be enough people out there that like it. It's not for me, but boy.
Sends a message to me.
See?
Yes, it
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
That's a hippie chick.
Dirty hippie.
Yes.
I'm going dirty hippie. I'm going to LaGrange.
I kind of wish I'd had a hippie phase, Willie. That means I wasn't working right out of high school. That would have been
But
nice.
you had a waterbed.
So? That doesn't make you hippie.
Oh, come on. Go back to my pad and we'll ball. Did you ever say that phrase?
Do a lap.
I only had a waterbed because my first husband had a waterbed. That's the only reason.
Oh, you took it from him, huh?
No, I didn't take it.
In the divorce, you took the water.
That's a good move.
You get the plastic.
Yeah, the plastic.
You
What,
get
now,
the platter.
Pat, have you been working on your song?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay, we got a song challenge.
And we still have world records. We never got to them in sports.
And another Ace Cosby joke of the day. So if you go anywhere, you're an idiot. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hello, this is comedian John Evans, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, got yourself some information you might want to write down for yourself. Treat yourself now at bobandtomstore.com. Open for business. T-shirts, hoodies, canned koozies, and more. Go right now to bobandtomstore.com to see all of our inventory that's available. If you have a Bob and Tom fan in your life, makes a perfect stocking stuffer. Oh, sure, the holidays have passed, but it's never too late to catch up with a Bob and Tom fan in your life. Just head to bobandtomstore.com.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union Entertainment News Desk. Steve Earle has paid tribute to his late son, Justin Towns Earle, by releasing an album of his son's music. Steve remade 10 songs from his son's catalog for the album JT, the The final song is Last Words, a song he wrote for Justin. JT came out yesterday on what would have been Justin's 39th birthday. He died in August, and proceeds from the album will be donated to a trust for Justin's 3-year-old daughter. Reba McEntire, Carrie Underwood, Tanya Tucker, and Margot Price are guest musicians on Loretta Lynn's new studio album, Still Woman Enough. The album is a celebration of women in country music with new versions of traditional American songs, as well as a fresh take on Lynn's own songs. She does a recitation to mark 50 years since she released Coal Miner's Daughter. Still Woman Enough comes out on March 19th. And there's a new dog in town, recognized by the American Kennel Club. It's called the Beaver Terrier. And while his name sounds like a water animal, the Beaver is closer to the size of a toy dog. It's akin to a Yorkie, features long flowing coat, and weighs between 4 and 8 pounds. The Beaver is the AKC's 197th recognized breed. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Morning laughter just might be the best medicine.
If you want to turn your daddy parts orange, eat some Cheetos and watch some porn.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Time now for great moments in NFL history.
The year 1976. The place, Miami, Florida. It was Super Bowl 10, and America was celebrating her bicentennial. The national anthem that year was performed by famous blind entertainer Tom Sullivan. Let's listen to this rare recording of his pre-game performance.
Oh, say, can you see?
Mr. Sullivan,
What?
you're not on the microphone. Take 3 steps forward.
Oh, okay. It's just. Oh. By the dawn's early light.
While organizers were applauded for their support of people with disabilities, fans and critics alike agreed that a stage 12 feet off the ground was a particularly bad idea.
A little help now.
This has been great moments in NFL history.
Essential morning radio. All day and all night.
Really? No, seriously. Really?
Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7.
I don't know if you remember this, but Pat has a tattoo on his arm that used to have his girlfriend's name on it, and then when they broke up, and she had a couple kids, didn't she?
She has a couple kids now.
Yeah, I mean,
not what I mean.
No, but I mean, she has since left you and moved on.
She has a baby girl and a
According
baby
to
boy.
Greg Hahn, she's just trying to make you jealous.
I am not coming back.
Do you know that we've only been broken up 2.5 years, and she has her second baby?
Only.
You got her name tattooed on your arm.
Mm-hmm.
Never a good idea.
And one day,
I should have put it on my ass.
One day we got talking about it, and you actually have had it covered up. Well, you refer to it as a tribal symbol. Now, did she have your name tattooed anywhere?
On her ankle, yeah.
What'd she do about that?
Cut her leg off.
Wow. She really hated you.
Everyone, Q95, it's the Bob and Tom Show.
Thank you, Ace Cosby. Christy Lee has a quick forecast.
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. Cloudy 39 today, cloudy 38 tomorrow, 30 right now.
Thank you very much, Christy Lee. Be listening for your shot at some serious money, $1,000 as a matter of fact. Pay attention. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee, of course, is in her own little space over there.
Yes, sir.
And also in a small room. It's the Navy Federal Credit Union newsroom.
That's pretty accurate, actually.
Thank you. Welcome. Let's see. Pat Calvert, once again, auditioning for Then Came Bronson 2021.
It's called Gone to Seed, the new movie.
We'll go. This time, Bronson's in a truck. Let's face it. Pat's in the other room over there. He's been working on a new song. Is that correct?
Couple of them, yeah.
Okay. We got a surprise for you there. Ace Cosby, of course, is our engineer. The Ace Cosby joke of the day coming up. Josh Arnold is sitting right over there.
Hi.
Framing his diploma again.
No.
Is that the one with the honors or the?
Well, they're both with honors.
Oh, okay, that's very nice. Okay, and then Willie G is just right next to me. Good to see you, Willie. This is Tom speaking. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom program. In case you missed it, LaGrange, Indiana, in the news in a big way.
I mean, this is ridiculous.
God,
because they've repealed their anti-hippie ordinance. But I just found this. I did some research, Josh.
Okay.
The anti-beatnik ordinance is still on the books.
Oh, man. What?
So, don't go down to LaGrange and say, hey, Dad, this cat that I met, I fell by his pad. We were playing bongos and looking for some hippie lettuce.
None of this is real. None of this.
We wanted to kick the gong around. You know what I'm talking about.
No.
So this is what? Ginsburg, Kerouac, one other guy in New York in 1952?
Spillane.
This is, I don't get it.
It's official. Tom no longer cares if people listen to the show.
He's trying to give us some recommendations. Yesterday I said, Josh, you spend a lot of time watching movies alone at your house.
Would you stop?
While your body refuels, if you know
Being
what I mean.
alone is okay, Tom.
And I asked, could I have some recommendations for some movies to watch?
Yeah.
Did you make my list yet?
Yes.
Oh, where is it?
It's on the back of this green piece of paper.
I was recommending the documentary about ZZ Top, and I love that happens in LaGrange. Great song, LaGrange, Indiana, in the news today.
Yes, we know. We know.
All right. Oh, Ace, could you get that, please?
Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, Bob and Tom Show. Good morning, Happy New Year, and all that. It's me again, Larry King.
Larry, I heard you're out of the ICU. You doing okay?
Yeah, man, I am. I'm off the ventilator, feeling great. And boy, is it hard to believe it's 2021 and I'm still kicking, huh?
Oh, yeah.
That's mostly because kicking is the way I take off my house slippers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, bending over and removing them is not an option at this point. Boy, what a surreal New Year's Eve most people had this year, huh?
Yeah.
Now, I personally missed the excitement of attending the ball drop and the related partying in Times Square. I kind of dropped the ball this year for a couple of reasons, but mainly because I fell asleep at 8:30. It's a bitch getting old.
Yeah.
Hey, you can tell you're old when you can't stay awake long enough for Ed's all-night tacos and brats to actually taste good.
You got to be higher than a kite, huh?
Oh my God! Have you ever been to Times Square?
Yeah.
It's a pretty exhilarating place. Performers walking around dressed in costumes, and that one guy walking around in his underwear. And the underwear shtick is not original.
It's not?
I was walking around Times Square in my underwear after attending a crazy New Year's Eve party in 1954. It was just me and the hookers walking the streets. I don't know how they did, but I made $140 that night.
Did you?
Boy.
Wow.
54 money, that's good.
I bet.
Oh, my heart. Not sure if you were aware, but this year is the year of the ox, according to the Chinese calendar.
Yeah, it's
February 12th, right.
There you go. I actually dated a gal once who was built like an ox.
Really?
Yeah, I called her Babe, and she would yell during the throes of passion, "Oh, yeah, ride me like Paul Bunyan."
Oh, wow. He was...
all right, let's move on to predictions.
Okay.
Oh, predictions.
Yeah,
Predictions for 2021. You want to hear them?
Yes.
I guess.
Okay. There's one I got right. I actually predicted you'd be indifferent about hearing them.
You're right.
Okay. I'll give you just one.
Okay.
I predict in April that the Burger King will abandon his throne and marry Meghan Markle.
Wow. It's a bold
I know it
prediction.
doesn't seem likely. She's pretty hot, but hey, he's got a big head, so he's pretty confident.
Yeah.
Okay.
Listen, I
Whopper of
gotta
a
go.
prediction.
My leftover boiled cabbage is hitting me hard.
Okay, Larry.
Bye.
Thanks for acknowledging my joke.
That's a whopper.
Whopper of a prediction, I think. Is it? Yeah. That Burger King guy is creepy.
Yes.
He is creepy.
Yeah, of all these sort of television icons, he's, I think, the creepiest.
And I had a Whopper Junior the other day. I hadn't had one in years. It was really tasty.
Oh, so good. You opted for the junior, huh?
Of course.
Who gets a junior?
I do.
I'll get a junior bacon cheeseburger from there off the value menu. You bet.
As an add-on to your value meal.
Add on to my chicken sandwich.
As an appetizer.
Chicken sandwich, maybe some chicken fries on the side. I'm all about protein, Josh.
We got
What are chicken fries, by the way?
Christy, don't think too hard. It is a French fry, but it's all chicken, sister.
What?
Killer. They're the greatest.
Great idea.
I had never heard of them, and the gentleman in front of me ordered those, and I was like, what are chicken fries?
They say that's that and the Intel chip, the two greatest inventions of the last century.
I'll have to check those out.
How dare you condescend about the chicken fry, good sir? The chicken fry did nothing wrong to you.
I know, I'm kidding. Coming up, we have, by the way, both McDonald's and Pizza Hut in the news in a good way.
Yeah.
In a kind of a weird way, in one sense, in China. But did anybody watch the ball drop in Times
Yes,
Square?
I did, yeah.
I thought it was weird they made it look like that COVID spiky thing. I thought that was important.
Yeah, it was a bit inappropriate. Yeah. Well, appropriate and inappropriate, wasn't it? Yeah.
Okay.
Boy.
So let's see. What did I want to mention here? That's right. Coming up, we do have another Ace Cosby joke of the day. Yesterday, I can't believe we started off the year and forgot about the joke.
Yeah, I know. Who
Ace had one in the quiver and didn't even let us know.
But you did mention on our social media my best of 2020 jokes.
That's correct. If you are looking for something to do,
Quit living in the past there.
There's
promote the now.
There's a
Be here now. Yeah, like Rob.
Live in the present.
I just want to
Like Tom does every day.
Elkhart Toll.
I just want to thank one of the members of our staff who spent a portion, I should say, of their actual living and breathing life editing.
Yeah.
The Ace Cosby jokes of the day into a
Thank you, Jeff.
10-minute best of. That's there. Also, the tribute to 2020 has gone viral, and we'll play it again coming up. You can actually see it on the various Bob and Tom social media platforms. It's kind of a We Are the World type tribute to the year 2020 as we say goodbye. I'll also point out that you can now watch the show, our video feed at bobandtom.com/live. Find out more. Also, we've got the VIP, which are about to have some very exciting things happening in the Bob and Tom VIP website. Get the app. It's free.
Yes.
So that's simple. I'll explain a bunch of this stuff. Now, we have been remiss. Chick is not here today. He's got a stomach bug, but Willie is sitting in for him. And I don't think we even have the proper intro, but we do some world records on the show.
You don't have on your little button bar over there? You can't play
It's on Chick, so I can't.
Stupid world record. Yeah, so David Rush. Was that not good?
Again? We did it yesterday.
Oh, wait a second. I got it now. Thank you very much. This
Stupid world record.
I thought Pat did a pretty good job. David Rush has set the Guinness World Record for the most nuts caught on the head in 1 minute. Most nuts caught on the head in 1 minute.
What kind of nuts?
Andy Cohen.
I didn't read it.
No, that was nuts caught in the face. And it was Andy Dick, and he beat out Liberace, who had that.
The record involved Mr. Rush throwing nuts into the air and catching them in a small can that he taped onto his head.
So you follow me here? So he's got
that's different.
He's got a can. He's got a can in his head.
Right.
And then he heaves them in the air.
Yes.
And has to catch them. It's hard.
Are they almonds? Are they cashews? Are they big nuts? Are they little nuts? What are we talking about?
He's not teabagging Hollywood Henderson or whatever his name is. It's kind of cool.
Is it?
No.
How many did he do in 60 seconds?
52 nuts in 60 seconds, beating the previous record of 38.
The guy's a master juggler, you see.
This is.
But Christy's right. What kind of nuts?
Yeah, because a big.
If you got a big walnut,
Yeah,
different
big
shell.
walnut
Macadamia,
or
Brazil.
They'd be easier to catch.
Perhaps a filbert.
A what?
A filbert.
What's a filbert?
A nut.
Yeah. Or a coconut.
Yeah, coconut.
What is a coconut, Tom? Do you ever think of that?
A coconut in the can? Well, that sounds like something to get you arrested in Honolulu.
Pat, you starting a party over there?
I am.
Yeah, so you got a song
tribute
for us,
to David Rush. How about that?
Okay, I love Mr. Rush.
Well, I got a lot of nuts on my head. 52 nuts on my head. Guinness said it's true. Now I'm telling you. I'm David, Mr. Rush. I've got more record breaking to do. Can't remember, did I get a divorce? Forgot the names of my kids, of course, because of what I do. Oh, what I do. Oh, I see you at breakfast. I just walk right past you. I don't even know that you exist. 'Cause I got nuts on my head. 52. It's what a record-breaking man's supposed to do. Juggling balls day and night. And my wife says, please get a life. Yes, I've got a lot of nuts on my head.
Lovely, Pat.
Oh, nice.
All right.
Yes.
Got that new guitar sound.
Yeah, how about
Add a little chorus to that.
It's
baby.
very fancy. Now, this would be very tough to get all these nuts in the can.
I just want to know. Well, all right.
Yes.
Are you looking at the video?
You just need to relax and let it happen.
He's
what I've been told.
He's heaving nuts in the air, and he's taped a can to his head. If you watch these David Rush videos, the funniest thing is he's usually just in his house. The one yesterday stacking poker chips, you look carefully, you can see the coffee maker or whatever it is, the blender behind him.
If you watch these David Rush videos, you get no stimulus check. That's how this should work. Because you're not trying or
No,
something.
this guy's he's promoting STEM. He's a smart guy,
I
MIT
understand
graduate.
that this is all to promote STEM research and fun, but couldn't he just put out a book on STEM research with all of this stuff? Couldn't he tell people? I don't know.
It's the STEM education thing.
STEM education
Yeah.
is this? I just don't see how this is helping STEM education directly.
It's not. They've called him numerous times and said, "Hey, will you leave us out of this?"
This is really hard, Josh. We could set you up for this. Get a can of peanuts and tape it to your head.
Oh gosh, this is very photoshoppable. Josh, when he throws it up, he moves his head. He moves his head to catch the ball, so he's just doing this. Moving forward.
Yeah,
forward.
sorry.
Going back, moving forward.
Sorry, maybe we shouldn't do that.
It is, yeah. That's not a good motion.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Pat. Now we have another world record too, don't we?
We do have another world record.
Hang on, I got the intro here.
No, you don't need
Stupid world record.
We're doing it twice. I'm
Why
fine
did
with
Chick
that.
have to lie about being sick? He can't just come in.
You know, looking at this video, David Rush should spend time cleaning up his house rather than throwing nuts on it.
He's got to practice, okay? He's got to practice all this juggling and throwing knives and darts.
I guess.
A group of 12 siblings have earned the Guinness World Record title for the highest combined ages of siblings.
And their mom has earned the world record for
the largest.
CTV News reports that 91-year-old Joyce Azuza, together with her 9 sisters and 3 brothers,
Our most famous brother, of course, John Phillips. John Phillips Azusa.
That's the sound she makes.
having a combined age totaling to 1,042 years and 315 days.
Oh. What was that again?
Well, she's 91, so then she's got 9 brothers. No, 9 sisters and 3 brothers.
Yes.
And if you take each of their ages and add them up, it adds up to over 1,000 years.
They're all still alive.
Yes.
Wow.
The siblings, who are all born in Karachi, Pakistan, range in age from 97 to 75. The family is spread out across Canada, the U.S., and Switzerland, but they try to see each other at least 3 times a year on major holidays. D'Souza told CTV News, "We're very proud of the fact we're still alive. That's the greatest part."
That's great. What a happy story. You know who's in second place?
Who?
Phillip Rivers, Colts quarterback.
I wouldn't make too many jokes. You're in third. This is great. So it's you've heard of Irish twins? Is this Pakistani quintuple? What's 13 tuplets?
Decadora.
A lot.
That's that mom, that dad. They are busy.
Yeah.
Or yeah,
Well, They're not alive.
They're the cream of Karachi.
If she's 91. I'm sure, sadly.
Oh, yeah, Mom and Dad are not with us.
Folks are gone.
Let's hope not for their sake. My God.
Well, she's her dad was famous for saying, no, that's not the clown car.
Referring to.
Yeah.
That's your front nutty.
So many people.
That's the front nutty.
Oh, gosh. I wish I had another thing to read, but I'm all out of things to read.
That's kind of a cool record.
Over 1,000 years.
Yeah, wow. Think about that. And they're all doing okay. Well, that's certainly good news.
Well,
speaking of doing okay,
they're not all okay. A few of them live in Switzerland. Ugh.
You don't like Switzerland?
Of course not. USA, come on. Canada, they're almost us.
Been to Switzerland?
No, I'm not going to Switzerland.
Oh, I'd love to go to
Super
Switzerland.
cool.
It's beautiful there.
Great skiing, Willie.
Okay, I'll go to Switzerland. I was just making a joke. I don't care about Switzerland.
Alps, hot cocoa.
Great skiing, number one. Nice people.
Hot cocoa? Is that what you said?
Good watch.
Swiss miss.
Although I tell you one thing I have heard.
What?
Of all the great conventions in the world,
Yes.
Geneva Convention, no hookers, most boring, not even an open bar.
No social.
It's just the worst.
It is a bummer.
Jeez, I'd rather go to Lord of the Rings con.
Coming up, we have the aforementioned pizza.
We have nude cruise. We have a psychic who throws asparagus to tell the future.
Oh.
and Pat, now we asked you to write a song about the nudie cruise because I know you've spent a lot of time on the cruises. We'll come back with that, okay? And you were actually on this cruise ship with the nudists?
I was on one, yeah.
Did you take your clothes off?
No.
Huh.
The comedy shows were clothed. The rest of it was nude.
Yeah, if you weren't clothed, it'd really be a comedy show.
Imagine the crowd in your underwear.
Were people hooking up on this ship?
They were doing all kinds of stuff. You stayed in your room pretty much.
Did you ever have occasion to yell, "There she blows"?
Sort of a Moby Dick joke. Without the Moby. We're coming back, I hope. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Just got to get a hold of us? Call, fax, mail, or email. Get all the contact information you need at bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Bob and Tom, 24/7.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You just ruined it.
Rolling through a Tuesday. It's January 5th, 2021. Yes, 2021. Isn't that nice to say? Make sure you write that on your check. Sometimes it's hard when the new year starts to remember, yes, the year has changed. This year, though, I think we'll all remember it's 2021 and not 2020. So enough about me and talking about 2021, huh? You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7, and we've got Kostaki Economopoulos on the way on a Tuesday talking about the NFL. Stay tuned. I'm Mark Allison with your Bob and Tom Sports Update. Tobias Harris scored 22 points. The Philadelphia 76ers moved to 6-1 with their fourth straight win. 118-101 over Charlotte. Joel Embiid had 14 points and 11 rebounds to help the 76ers win the two-game set in Philadelphia. Kelly Olynyk drained 5 3-pointers on his way to 19 points. Bam Adebayo had a game-high 20 for 9 of 10 shooting for the Miami Heat's 118-90 rout of Oklahoma City. The Milwaukee Bucks moved over the 500 mark. Giannis Antetokounmpo delivered 43 points. They topped Detroit 125-115. Jason Tatum poured in 40 points as the Boston Celtics handed the Toronto Raptors their 5th loss in 6 games, 126-114. Steph Curry followed up his career-high 62-point performance in Sunday's win over Portland by delivering 30 points, 9 rebounds, and 8 assists to lead the Warriors' 137-106 rout of the Kings. That's a quick look at your sports highlights. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
I could read some of the meanest things that you've ever said to me.
Oh, we have to hear that.
We must hear this.
It's only 2 things, but they're good. One is a classic. It's "Damn it, Willie, you're ruining Christmas." Everybody loves.
And he said that in all earnestness?
All earnestness.
Yeah. What were you doing?
One, like for something as small as opening a stocking present out of line. Yeah, God damn it, you're ruining Christmas.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7, 24/7, 24/7, 24/7.
Now in theaters from Bob and Tom Pictures.
Hey, Christy, it's Rob. It's been a while. I was just thinking maybe we should give it another try. Call me later.
Christy, pick up. Hey, how you doing, girl? It's me. I'm back in town. Man, the West Coast sucked. Oh, come on, give me a call.
Hi, Christy. Hey, it's me. Remember me? Hey, I was looking at some old pictures of that time back in Tuscaloosa. When, I'm sure you remember. I'll call me.
From Bob and Tom Pictures, Christy Lee stars in The X-Men.
Hey, Christy, it's your favorite drummer. I'm in town playing for a new band called Saber. Call me.
Hey, Christy, it's me, Donnie Baker. Hey, I was cleaning out the boat and I found a pair of your, anyways, I think they're yours. Can we try it again, man? I got the motor fixed. I swear to God it works better. You ain't gonna have to row or nothing this time. On my pager.
Christy Lee's X-Men, now showing every other weekend and Wednesdays if she's not too busy.
Bob and Tom. You can pick your morning radio show, and you can pick your nose, but you can't wipe Bob and Tom on the couch.
I got thrown out of J.C. Penney the other day.
Really?
Yeah, fondling up the mannequins. You believe that? And that ain't my fault. Have you seen the mannequins in there?
Uh-huh.
And they taunt you, too. They got the little short skirt on, arm up, kind of waving you over. You know what I mean?
Shoot. Q95, it's the Bob and Tom Show.
Thank you, Ace Cosby. Christy Lee has an update in the weather forecast.
Yeah, it's going to be cloudy the next couple of days. Today's high 39. Tomorrow it'll be up to 38. We still have 30 degrees.
Thank you very much. Tonight, it's a show called Bob and Tom Tonight.
Hey, I've heard of that.
Oh, thank you very much. My Indie TV 23 at 11:30 this evening. You'll also be rewarded by sticking around here tomorrow when Duke Tomato stops by with the a nice happy edition of Lord Help Our Colts as the Colts head into the playoffs. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. A bit of clang here. Thank you very much. Let's see now. I look around the room and I see there are 2 glass chambers. Behind chamber number 1, it's Christy Lee.
Oh,
with the bangs and the blonde hair.
Mm-hmm. And the Navy Federal Credit Union.
And then in glass chamber number 2, once again auditioning for Then Came Bronson 2021, It's Pat Godwin.
Did you lose all your hats? What's going on?
I'm the sound man for Wilco, Willie said.
I mean, that's exactly what you look like. You know, these are the mics they use on Pet Sounds. That's exactly what you look like.
That's Willie G. Ace Cosby is our engineer. This is Tom speaking. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. We got a lot to get to here, so we don't need any interruptions. Oh, can you get that, Ace?
Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, Bob and Tom, it's Donnie Baker.
Hi,
Donnie, how are you, sir?
Man, I ain't used to Ace answering the phone like that.
You're weird.
Stopped me right in my tracks. You know what else did? You guys talking about that David Rush taking that world record about him catching the most nuts on his head in under a minute?
Yeah, he taped a can to his head and was heaving nuts on it, and he got the world record for the most nuts in the head.
Yeah, it's nothing. And my buddy Jamie Nelson's bachelor party, you guys know Jamie, right?
No.
He drives a taupe 89 280Z with the T-tops.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, cool car. Only Jamie made the mistake of having the T-tops put in aftermarket, Tom.
So what?
Well, say when he fell behind on payments, they came and repaid the T-tops.
So he can only drive it when it's not raining.
Well, now, Christy, he just drives around with two big-ass potholes in his roof. You guys know Jamie. He's the guy who invented Heelys, remember?
Oh, sure.
Oh, the shoes with the wheels
Wheels
on?
in the heel.
Yeah, you remember Heelys. I used to wear them here at work until Randy had the floors retiled, and it was like skating on cobblestone.
Are those things legal? Weren't they illegal?
I think they're illegal.
We had to sign a waiver here at work to wear them because of possible, getting hurt on the job. Anyways, I don't see what the big deal is about this Rush guy catching all them nuts with the can duct tape to his head.
Oh, it's really hard. Watch the video.
Well, at Jamie's bachelor party, there's a stripper named Ping Pong Patty.
Right.
Yes.
I swear to God, her can got hit by plenty of nuts that night. Let's see, 2, 4, 6. I forgot about Roger's accident from running with the Bulls in Pompeii back in '87. Well, he got horned right in the crouch by a bull named El Goro. So we have to round that back to 7 nuts. Swear to God.
Hang up the phone.
Do that, man.
I think he means Pamplona,
Yeah.
I think.
I think it's Pompeo.
Did you see? We had actually a weird tie-in here. We had the story yesterday about they found evidence that they were serving duck in Pompeii. Did you see this, Christy?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, and Pompeii. You want to tell the Pompeii story real quick, Josh? Remember how it goes?
Yeah.
Yes, they found in I think like clay pots and stuff. They found some food, and they found a menu board.
Mallard duck.
You're right.
Here's the
How'd
story.
I miss that story?
Archaeologists have discovered what they're calling it a fast food kiosk in the ruins of Pompeii. And in Pompeii, kind of like a flash volcano, whatever it was. And you ever been there?
Yeah.
No, I've never been. No.
Yeah, I've been there.
No kidding.
I've driven through, but I didn't stop.
Well, it's sort of like they froze in time.
Right.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All the people with, but they're saying archaeologists found a multi-sided counter with wide holes inserted into the top that they think held deep vessels for hot foods.
Oh.
This describes it as being not unlike soup containers nestled into modern-day salad bars.
Kind of like a cafeteria.
Yeah. So, but one of the things on the menu was, in fact, mallard duck. I don't know how they know that, but I don't know if it's a DNA thing or if it was written down somewhere.
Yeah, I think it's written down.
Can you imagine, though, there's a crowded restaurant and they see the hot lava coming, someone yells duck. The waiter goes, oh, my God, you got to order that 24 hours in advance.
They're lucky they had the real menus, because if there was a volcanic eruption now, all they'd find is, QR codes on
Right.
What
the hell's that?
Taking your phone out, take a picture.
In hieroglyphics, some guy writes, this is not the goat stew that I ordered. Some ancient Karen. Wow. So I didn't know fast food dated to the Stone Age, but it's kind of an interesting story. But that was also in the news, and I think Donnie meant Pamplona is the famous running of the bulls.
Yes.
That's the kind of thing I'm surprised you didn't do that, Josh.
The running of the bulls?
Yeah. Is that the kind of thing you would do?
Yeah, boy. There was a time where I was interested in doing something like that. Now, my new thing now is
cannon?
Python hunting. I've been trying to talk my brothers into going down to Florida to hunt pythons.
So you watch that show on the Discovery Channel or History Channel or whatever it is?
Swamp People, Python Intrusion or whatever it is.
You would do that?
Yes. I mean, you go down, you catch 10, you make $4,000.
Wow.
How do you catch them?
Yeah, but you fall out of the boat.
No, you just got to traipse around the Everglades and...
There's snakes everywhere.
right. You stay away from the venomous ones and you grab
How do you do that?
Hey, if you see one, you go, oh boy, and you back off.
Yeah.
Run. I've seen you cross the street. I'm not seeing you get out of the way of a venomous snake.
Sure.
I've seen you try to dance around an oncoming bus and almost on me.
Are pythons quick?
Yeah, they'll strike quick. But they're not venomous. I mean, the bite will hurt.
Right.
But, they're not going to kill you. Yeah.
The heart attack would kill me.
Yeah. Not me.
Did you see the story? But you're not on Twitter. There was a story out of I think the Philippines, maybe, where they're doing snake massage, where they put all these snakes on your back.
Oh yeah, you posted that. I saw that.
Yeah, it was. It even creeped me out a little bit.
So I'm trying to talk. My brother Joe is in. The other two not.
Do you rent a boat?
Well, I think what we would try to do is hire like a guide. And who would have an airboat and some kind of large all-terrain vehicle to get us through, to the areas, and then...
That's my lips are sealed.
On airboat or large...
Either one.
Boy, oh boy, wouldn't it be great? We go down there for 7 days and we come back each with like $15,000?
That'd be great.
Yes. And we help the environment a little bit, get rid of an invasive species.
So when you catch these snakes, what do you do? You cut their heads off?
You can kill them and...
you still get the money if you kill them?
Yes, alive or dead. But I'd like to... not kill them, and just so one person would be kind of tugging on the tail there while the other guy grabs it right behind the head, and then we put him in a sack. I think we're going to do it.
That doesn't sound like fun at all.
That sounds cool.
And I want to film it as a pilot. Don't you think Arnold Brothers Snake Snaggers or something wouldn't you watch it?
I'd watch.
I'm not sure I'd go with Snake Snaggers.
Maybe Snake Snatchers.
Maybe Snake Snatchers.
Okay,
that'd be better.
Do your brothers? I know they fish. Do any of them have experience hunting snakes?
Oh, none of us at all.
That sounds like a great show.
To the comedy, I think.
And people do get paid to do this?
Yeah,
yes.
The government, the state.
Yeah, but I mean, these guys are experts. They know what they're doing. Well, familiar with.
So you want to do what people do for a living on your vacation?
That's right. This would be more of an adventure. Yeah.
They're a paid fisherman,
Is there a
Willie.
season to this? Can you do it year round?
I have to look into it. See when we can get down there.
Do you carry weapons? Do you shoot him in the head?
I'll carry a machete just to clear out some of the brush or whatever. And then if I need to,
just before he died, you hear the machete plop into the swamp.
You want to get on the dry land.
It pulls you under.
Don't they wrap around you?
They can.
They can.
You really just got to watch out for the moccasins. You don't want to accidentally grab
the shoe. Oh, that comfortable shoe.
I just love that show because the cameraman is standing there while the snake is starting to wrap around the guy, and you have to know. Well, when do they say, hey, wait, intervene here. Don't let this...
I think the rule on that, it's kind of like a religious thing.
Yeah, they can't do anything.
Camera people are not allowed to do anything.
Unless their battery gets low or their memory
think about
card
the end of the
changed.
Titanic. Why didn't that guy, help the guy get in the door? No. He lets him drown. It's the code of ethics.
Guardians of the Glades, man, on the Discovery Channel.
Oh, I've not seen that one.
Oh, you haven't?
No, I've only seen Swamp People.
Oh, you got to watch that one.
Our serpent invasion.
Well, this is exciting, Josh. I'll give you the time off. It's just...
Okay, would you like to sponsor the adventure itself? We'll wear Bob and Tom shirts and hats.
Amazing.
Remember, I got you the shirts last time for your fishing trip. I haven't seen you wear that shirt.
Well, it's a T-shirt. I'm not just going to walk in wearing that.
The Arnold Brothers shirts that I had custom made for you.
Plus, they were all very, very large. I had all my brother's sizes wrong.
So you kept all of them?
No, they have them. But
it's kind of cute because your brothers are wearing all these shirts that are too big. It looks like they had a sleepover at your house that they had to wear. Do you have anything I can wear?
No, I'm ready to sponsor this journey. This is great.
Okay, yeah.
Nothing can go wrong.
Beer drinking involved?
No, not afterwards. After a good day. If we get 10 in one day,
10.
Oh boy, that's a nice chunk of change there, and we're helping the world.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, there are quite a few python hunting shows, Tom. You're missing out.
They're all but begging us to do it.
There's no funny one, though, right? There's not a funny one.
No, this would be good.
Well, it'll be kind of a dramedy.
I swear, if I saw...
There'll be some comedy, and then the tragic death of Josh or one of his brothers they'll have to play the theme song on a minor key.
If one of my brothers, if I watched one of my brothers grab at a python and it bit him in the arm, I would be physically sick. I'd be laughing so hard. It has to happen.
Okay. This is very exciting news. Christy, give me the teaser. What do you got coming up?
Coming up, we have Pizza Hut in the news. We have our nude cruise. We have the psychic who throws asparagus. We have a guy cleaning his driveway with a flamethrower. And
Yes, we do.
Oh, man.
There's a video. Did you see the one about the guy buried in the snow for quite a long time? He's okay.
Oh.
We'll find all these things are coming up. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Text us at 888-262-8661. More Bob and Tom next. State law.
Hi, everybody. This is Mark Sweeney, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Do you have the Bob and Tom Show app on your phone? Do you know someone who might like the Bob and Tom Show app? Well, let them know it's free and available in the iTunes or Google Play Store. Once they download the app on their mobile device, they can tune in to their local radio station. Listen to us right here on Bob and Tom 24/7. Even catch the Bob and Tom free podcast right there through the app. Set an alarm that'll wake you up with the show. That's right. You have the app. You can do that. Pretty cool, and it's free. Check it out today, the Bob and Tom Show app. You were listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk. Georgia voters are set to decide the balance of power in Congress in a pair of high-stakes Senate runoff elections today. Voting will determine President-elect Joe Biden's capacity to enact what some say could be the most progressive governing agenda in generations. Democrats, though, must win both of the state's elections to gain the Senate majority. Republicans are unified against Biden's plans for health care, environmental protection, and civil rights. Mexico has approved the Oxford AstraZeneca coronavirus vaccine, hoping to spur a halting vaccination effort that has only seen about 44,000 shots distributed since the third week of December. But the Mexican government official heading up efforts to deal with the pandemic, well, he was spotted at a Pacific Coast beach, apparently sitting at a seaside restaurant without a face mask on. Locals are not happy. Spies wanted, inquire within. The within, in this case, happens to be the CIA's website. The National Spy Agency has launched a new site to search for top-shelf candidates to join the intelligence agency. The recruitment effort is aimed at finding people with a broader range of life experiences to join the CIA. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
My roommate's boyfriend is so loud when he finishes, he lets out like a Tarzan yell.
I wonder how loud she is. I hear her boyfriend's name is Tom.
You can see your son's face. Yeah. Which you can.
All of our face.
I don't really yell when I'm done. I just go, I'm sorry, that never happened.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
You're so weird.
You have no idea. Essential Morning Radio. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7.
Frigamall Broadcasting presents another Bob and Tom Olympic moment in history.
The year was 1912. The place, Hocker on Rhine, Germany. After several complaints about unsanitary conditions from competitors in a sledding event, it was determined that some of the participants were unaware of the precise nature of a particular event. Once the officials removed all the phlegm balls from the course and explained that the name of the event was pronounced luge and not loogie, the competition continued without any further problems.
802 Q95, it's the Bob and Tom Show.
Thank you, East Cosby. Chris Lee has a quick forecast.
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by the Car X Man. Cloudy today, 39. Partly cloudy overnight, down to 26. Cloudy, 38 tomorrow. Still at 30 degrees.
Thank you. What's on your mind, Anaconda Man?
Oh, my gosh. The excitement of watching sports and using that FanDuel Sportsbook app. Oh, it's America's number one sportsbook. The FanDuel app is simple to use. They have great odds, same-game parlays, and enhanced odds boosts. Plus, when you win, you get your winnings in as little as 24 hours. Right now, FanDuel is letting you place your first bet risk-free up to $1,000. Just place a bet on any game, and FanDuel will refund you up to $1,000 back if you don't win your first bet. Seriously, no strings attached. Download the FanDuel Sportsbook app to get started. Sign up with promo code WFBQ so they know we sent you. That's WFBQ. You must be 21 or older and present in Indiana. First online real money wager only. Site credit is non-withdrawable and expires in 14 days. Restrictions apply. See sportsbook.fanduel.com for details. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-9-WITH-IT. That's FanDuel Sportsbook.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Josh Arnold is
out of breath.
Anaconda Man.
He's Python Man. There's a big difference.
Not to me. Let's see. Christy Lee's in the Navy Federal Credit Union newsroom. Josh has been talking about his desire to go to the Everglades and hunt for pythons.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Good luck with that.
Thank you.
Wildman Crumb does it barefoot. You going to do it barefoot?
No, I'm going to try to stay on dry land as much as possible.
That's cool.
Good luck.
Thanks, I appreciate that.
Okay. Speaking of anacondas, Ace Cosby's our engineer.
Hello, friends.
Let's see. Pat Godwin is over there. I can see him behind the glass.
Call me Earthworm Johnny.
Oh, do they?
Oh,
Nice.
how about that?
Willie G is right next to me. And we had a songwriting challenge here for Pat involving the story about the nude cruise. Do you have the story over there, Christy?
A group of nudists have chartered a Carnival cruise ship for a 2-week excursion in 2022. Bare Necessities organized the nude cruise aboard the Carnival Pride that will see stops in Cologne, Panama, San Juan, Puerto Rico, Nassau, Bahamas, among others. The group, which has been arranging sailing since 1991, was initially meant to set off on the Carnival Legend this February, but of course the trip was canceled due to the pandemic. Booking a spot on the Bare Necessities Big Nude Boat 2022. Their 75th charter can be done online at cruisebear.com.
Wow.
BARE?
Yes.
Cruisebear.com. Now, you've been on one of these nudie...
I have, yeah.
Nudie things?
It was a charter, private charter.
with Carnival.
And so there's thousands of naked people running around the boat the whole time?
Yeah, around the pool area and the hot tubs, of course, not in the theaters.
Okay. Like in the cafeteria area? Do they
no, I don't remember that.
Yeah.
It's just kind of
They told us to stay in our room a lot.
How do you pronounce this town? I'm looking at this itinerary.
Cologne?
Colon. Wouldn't that be Colon, Panama?
It's Cologne, Panama.
Cologne.
Cologne, Panama. You are such a...
Well, I'm just saying. You're going...
The colon is pretty close to the butt. So.
Well, you have to go through Anus to get to it.
So,
Josh, it's Puerto Vallenus. Please, say the full name.
Yeah, I would assume that in the dining areas they have some kind of
maybe mats or something,
or towels. Yeah.
Yeah. When I played,
a lower sneeze guard.
Yeah.
When I did
it's a seafood buffet. What's going on? Something.
When I did the show at the Nudist, there's a lot of towels going around.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Towels all over the place.
You showed a nudie camp. Did
Butt
you?
sweat
And they're not. You're not allowed to be aroused. I guess I could say you're not allowed to be fully torqued.
Well, what happens if you are?
If you are, you got to get out. They give you a towel,
and you have to leave.
I think the guy said that.
Just hang it there. Or do you have
the code?
Wrap it around.
The code is you say we got a flag on the beach. We got a flag because it's going up.
That's
and then
what it's called.
They give you a towel. They say, "Sir, relax, get out of here."
Wow.
Yeah, they said it to me while I was performing, but I just thought I was adding, to the effect.
Did you perform naked?
No, but I was. Here we go. I was.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, there we are. Now, Pat, we've given you a few minutes to.
You have a sound effect there that'll come when I first start the opening chorus.
Oh, I see. Okay, tell me. How am I going to know when to do it?
You're going to know right now. Play it. Ace, bring the piano up a little bit. Old lady naked by the side of the pool. Her husband's playing bingo. What a big old tool. Volleyball in the buff with free-flowing booze. Won't you let me take you on a nudie cruise? Boobies, ooh-wee, baby, bushy, tushy lady, tattooed, buttocks, baby. Won't you let me take you on a nudie cruise?
The classics. Yeah, the nudie cruise. I don't know. Would you do that, Josh?
No. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily go nude. I wouldn't. I don't know if I want to go on a cruise, quite honestly.
Yeah, that's...
Well, I mean, once this is all over, I mean...
Yeah, I guess I'd like to, especially one of those Alaskan cruises. I wonder if they would do a nudie one up in the...
It'd be a little chilly, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
That seems to be...
At least then you'd have an excuse, though. Huh?
Yeah.
It's called the shower cruise.
Yeah, because you'd have to be a grower.
Yeah.
No, it'd be the grower cruise, wouldn't it?
I would say shower because you wouldn't want to be a grower. You'd want to be a guy that's a shower. He's good to go.
I get what you're saying.
You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? He's
right.
walking the dogs.
Yeah, gotcha.
I don't think it's that cold.
Yeah, everybody's.
Even John C. Holmes would be called Weenie Wink. Okay. Now, we have Christy Lee once again at the Navy Federal Credit Union newsroom all by herself. What have you got in there?
A psychic who makes predictions by throwing asparagus across the room has claimed to foresee the events of 2021, including a quote-unquote new normal after the coronavirus pandemic and a royal breakup. Jemima Packington from Effingham uses asparagus tips rather than a crystal ball to make her predictions, earning her the nickname Mystic Veg.
Mystic Veg. How about that?
Okay.
Sounds like a Frank Zappa album.
Yeah. Packington has...
Or it could be, wait a minute, a Stevie Nicks solo album, Mystic Vag.
You know what? She's been successful at predicting Brexit and England's victory in the Cricket World Cup. She added that once she has finished reading the future with her asparagus spears, she'll then eat them for lunch.
I predict my urine will smell tomorrow.
What an incredible hack.
Oh,
what? This is
You're
ridiculous.
so quick to disbelieve.
Yeah. Well, I am. You don't see a real psychic eat their crystal ball afterward. Huh?
Oh, what real psychics are now we're going to do.
Well, tea leaves, don't chew on those.
These psychic fun. This is BS. My numerologist explained it all to me. This is silly. God, didn't you love the scene in The Wizard of Oz, though, with the ball and the...
Sure.
I think there's it's like a TV and everything. Very scary.
I went to a psychic once and she didn't have the crystal ball. I was annoyed.
Really?
I want the crystal ball.
What'd she tell you?
The cards?
She told me nothing. Nothing. She was terrible.
Did you use the tarot cards, as Willie asked?
She did have cards, yeah, but she was just wrong. She was wrong on everything.
What did she say?
I remember one specifically. She goes, "You have a very romantic relationship with somebody with the first name starts with M." Am I right?
Yeah, she was correct. Myself.
I go, yeah. You know what? Maybe she was. She nailed it. Well, now that I think about it, she may have been dead on.
Yeah, there's many things that M could stand for. What else did she say?
I mean, I fell for it hook, line, and sinker. I was in Salem, Massachusetts.
$40?
And 50. And I had like no extra money to be spending at all. And I walked up to the psychic's door and she answered and I said, "How much?" She said 50. I go, "Okay, thanks." And she goes, "You should come back. I have much to tell you about love and money." And I ran to the ATM. Just
love and money.
Saw me coming. I went in and none of it rang true at all. I don't remember even some of the other stuff she said. It was just, she said I had a bad relationship with my father, and I was like,
"That's not true.
Not true at all."
She said, "You are a very gullible person."
Yeah.
I see a Pizza Hut in your future.
Oh, man.
Hey, speaking of Pizza Hut.
Anybody could have told you that.
I do have Pizza Hut in the news.
Well,
you are psychic, Tom.
We'll come back with our Pizza Hut hunk coming up. I do want to remind you that this is the new year. Everyone's kind of sort of tying into 2021 because we do have a lot of hope. And maybe there's something you can do for yourself that may help others. I'm talking about taking care of that ED. It's a polite way of talking about erectile dysfunction. There's an outfit out there called Roman. What do? Well, via the internet, they distribute those miracle pharmaceuticals you've been hearing about for a long time. But you're busy, you're embarrassed, you don't want to deal, you don't go to your family doctor. Here's how it works. With Roman, it becomes easy to talk about when you go to GetRoman.com/wood, because you will then deal with a healthcare professional, and it'll all be done in a very simple, very safe, and totally discreet way with an online evaluation. That online evaluation is how much, Josh?
It's free.
It's free. And you may be a candidate for one of these pharmaceuticals. If you are indeed a candidate, guess what? Roman, famous for their free shipping. That's free 2-day shipping. Now, the whole process, like I said, straightforward, discreet, simple. Get part of your life back by going to GetRoman.com/wood and complete that free online visit. And if you are indeed a candidate, guess what? The famous free 2-day shipping, and it's all about you again suddenly. Get part of your life back. GetRoman.com/wood. Do it right now. Get a $15 special deal on that first order of ED treatment. $15 knocked off the price. GetRoman.com/wood. That's GetRoman.com/wood. Knock off the $15. Tell them the Bob and Tom Show sent you. And once again, like I said, get part of your life back. You deserve it in the year 2021. When we come back, apparently we have some pizza news. Mm-hmm. And we got a guy, did you hear about this guy buried in a car for something like 10 hours?
That was so creepy.
Yikes.
Yeah. He's lucky.
Also, we have the latest thing in a vending machine, coronavirus tests.
Oh, wow.
Let's see. I guess they got everything else. We'll find out why when we come back. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Essential Morning Radio. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
Hey, everyone. That's some production. I'm Mark Allison. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. It is a Tuesday. Kostaki Economopoulos swinging by. Coming up on Wednesday, Jessica Alsman, the co-host of the Bits and Pieces podcast, will be zooming her way in, as well as our comedian relationship expert, Allie Breen, on a Wednesday. That's tomorrow. But later today, it's Kostaki Economopoulos. Heck, it might be next, right here on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union Entertainment News Desk. Steve Earle has paid tribute to his late son, Justin Towns Earle, by releasing an album of his son's music. Steve remade 10 songs from his son's catalog for the album JT. The final song is Last Words, a song he wrote for Justin. JT came out yesterday on what would have been Justin's 39th birthday. He died in August, and proceeds from the album will be donated to a trust for Justin's 3-year-old daughter. Reba McEntire, Carrie Underwood, Tanya Tucker, and Margot Price are guest musicians on Loretta Lynn's new studio album, Still Woman Enough. The album is a celebration of women in country music with new versions of traditional American songs, as well as a fresh take on Lynn's own songs. She does a recitation to mark 50 years since she released Coal Miner's Daughter. Still Woman Enough comes out on March 19th. And there's a new dog in town, recognized by the American Kennel Club. It's called the Beaver Terrier. And while his name sounds like a water animal, the Beaver is closer to the size of a toy dog. It's akin to a Yorkie, features long flowing coat, and weighs between 4 and 8 pounds. The Beaver is the AKC's 197th recognized breed. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Say we didn't warn you.
Oh, my God.
There's laughter ahead. This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Tonight on Bob and Tom Television's Animal Channel, it's Miracle Pests, the show that examines the unexplained actions and surprising heroics of the smallest and most maligned of animals, pests. We'll take you to Kokomo, Indiana, and we'll meet Roger Mondor and find out how termites ate through his floor, causing him to fall into his basement just before a tornado devastated his home. Next, we'll take you to DeLand, Florida, to tell you the story of Maggie Kuder and the mouse who ran up her leg and frightened her so badly she ran out of her house just before it mysteriously exploded. Then we'll go to Segmack, Arkansas, and meet the Cheeseman family. We'll hear their true story. A swarm of Canadian wasps attacked and repelled an armed intruder as the Cheeseman family napped in their home following a baked bean dinner. Finally, we'll meet Harriet Billingsley, who, upon discovering a swarm of pubic lice, rushed to the drugstore to get a bottle of Quell shampoo and, on impulse, purchased what turned out to be $1 million winning lottery ticket. Join host Dick Verman tonight for Miracle Pests. Miracle Pests, only on Bob and Tom Television. Bob and Tom. They put the F in professional.
Yeah. Rick Schrader is our guest, and Rick is on his, well, frankly, you're on your second marriage. I don't know if I should bring this up.
Yes, I am. Maybe men and women living together is just too much anyway. I think, it's just too much pressure. I think men and women should live around the corner from each other. Much better let you call each other up every morning. Hello, you being a jerk? Yes, I am. Click, right? That's you. Go to a movie, instead of getting up every morning and spinning the big pain wheel.
Q95, it's the Bob and Tom Show, and here's Christy Lee with a quick forecast.
Thank you, Ace. Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by the CarX Man. Calling for cloudy skies today. Look for a high of 39. Tonight down to 26, and then tomorrow cloudy again with a high of 38. We have cloudy skies, 31 degrees.
That's correct, and your shot at $1,000 coming up shortly. And don't forget to check out Bob and Tom tonight on my NDTV 23. Tom, you ready to join us?
I was giving Godwin a lecture about volume. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Thanks very much for joining us.
Your mask's hanging off your head, by the way.
Oh, wait a minute. Sorry.
He's being safe.
There we go. Let's see, where was I?
The hallway, I think.
Yeah, I think you were in the hallway.
I think you were in the other building.
I was in the other building. I had to go outside and see a man about a horse, as they say.
You got an umbrella with you.
That's what keeps the door open. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom program. Thanks very much for joining us. With us, joining us from Atlanta, Georgia, it's Kostaki Economopoulos. Hey, Kostaki. What's
Hey, guys. What's up?
Hi, Kostaki.
Are you in Atlanta or are you in Florida?
I'm in Atlanta.
Okay. Okay, good. Well, also here, I don't know if you can see Kostaki, and you may not get this reference. Pat Godwin is auditioning for the title role in Then Came Bronson 2021, in which he will portray Jim Bronson.
Gotta be.
Or Billy Jack.
More relatable reference than any
Yes,
of them.
he looks like one of the wet bandits
Bill
from the
Murray.
Home Alone movie.
Yeah, that works.
This longshoreman look that he's affecting
That's at least
today.
only 30 years old.
Okay.
Yes, right.
Kostaki in Atlanta, slow news day there.
Yeah, right. Nothing going on here at all. Yeah, that's right. It is going to be such a relief that it is over.
Yeah, no more political ads for you, huh?
Can you imagine?
no.
I hear they want to recount the score of the Super Bowl. A couple years ago.
Oh my goodness!
So let's see who else. Oh, there's Christy. Doesn't she look nice today? She
you.
She spent some time in the sunshine.
Yeah, I went to Florida too.
Looks all
Kostaki.
blonde. You probably can't see her
nice.
because she has that camo sweatshirt on.
Yeah, I'm hiding.
Right.
Just blends right in with, well, if she were in a jungle.
Yeah.
Willie G is here. And you'll notice that this is important, Kostaki. I don't know if you can see this, but Ace traditionally wears Las Vegas Raiders gear. But
yes.
His team has decided to get ready for next season. They decided to bail early on this one. I don't know if you know what that's like.
That I do know exactly what that's like.
So Ace is wearing a Kiss cap today from his favorite band.
Yeah. All right. See, they're still committed to playing competitively.
No, I'm sure you have something on. I imagine, knowing your background, is probably some kind of Karl Marx tribute on your cap.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yes. Happy New Year.
Yeah. You missed us, didn't you?
Yeah, who did you make give you that hat?
Bernie Sanders buy that for you?
Whoa.
Poor Kostaki barely mentioned it.
We like to hit you from both the left and the right.
Yeah,
on
that's
this
nice.
show.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Well,
just when we thought that we were going to get back to normal here in 2021, the Cleveland Browns have qualified for the playoffs.
I was so excited.
What a game.
I love it. That's a great story. I've been rooting for that for a while.
Hey, Kostaki, a real quick question.
Yeah.
A lot of the games super close, and two of them at least had footballs hitting either the crossbar or the upright or whatever. Do you think we have a theory that if you call it, it should count as 6 points?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
If you say, look, if it hits the crossbar, we want 6 points.
I love that. Sam Sloman, the backup kicker for the Titans, bounced one off and in. Sam Sloman sounds like it could have been my middle school nickname, like just fake it to Sam Sloman over here and then throw it deep.
Yeah, by the way, that was in fact one of our friends who's on the show on a regular basis, who played high school basketball in Beechwood, Ohio, Al Jackson. His coach used to suggest that in spite of his socio-ethnic background, he was the slowest person on the team. I'll have to remind him of that tomorrow.
I can imagine that. I can imagine. He was late for things even then, is what you're saying?
Yeah.
He was not a fast runner, in spite of the cliched thinking of many people.
The breaking stereotype.
Yes, the stereo was broken. What other highlights did you see in the NFL this week?
Well, I ended up posting this on the All Pro Lines page. The last time the Browns were in the playoffs, blank. And it was fun. We got a lot of funny responses. Bill Belichick was cheating with VHS cameras. You see, it's been a while.
That's strong. That is strong.
We were only on COVID 2. See, it's been a while.
Yeah.
The last time the Browns were in the playoffs, MTV had music. Johnny Manziel was sober and Ricky Martin was straight. See, it's been a while.
Those are all funny. Yes. I thought there'd be like references to the really old Browns. Dick
there were a
Shafrath
couple of those. Yeah, the last time the Browns were in the Cuyahoga River was on fire.
Ooh,
there you go.
there you
That's
go.
an old reference. Yeah, the Browns were sponsored by Coleco. See, it's been a while.
That is, it's been a while.
Now, Kostaki, to interrupt the flow and maybe get rid of all the momentum, I want to point out that these excellent jokes were submitted at All Pro Lines, the Kostaki Economopoulos social media location. Your slogan is where pro football and pro comedians collide.
Yeah, and we have people chiming in and
But
writing
I know a lot of
jokes.
these are really not all pro comedians.
That's right. Some of these are not. We actually got a submission from Jess Hooker on this one.
Wow.
Oh, nice.
The last time the Browns were in the playoffs, Tom Griswold still had hair.
Well, it's a shame. Jess used to work here. I'll have to make sure that she gets sent a nice severance package.
Yeah, the last time the Browns were in the playoffs, a cell phone was just the phone you used to call your lawyer from your cell. You see, it's been a while. People were stealing AOL free hour discs out of their neighbors' mailboxes.
I remember those.
These are all so good.
The guys at NFL Films are actually using film. It's been a long time.
Browns have not been in the playoffs for quite some time.
Larry King was on his second wife. It's been a while.
Oh, now we're talking. Now we're going back to the 40s.
Yes, that's right.
How many teams have never even been in a Super Bowl?
I think it's four. It's Browns, Jaguars, Texans. I think there's one more.
So it's just almost all the AFC South? That's one division. Wow.
I should know this. I think it's four, and I can't remember the fourth one.
I was just curious.
To have somebody chime in on that. So this is a season for firing coaches, right? Monday, the Jags fired their coach, and Chargers fired their coach. The Jets fired their coach Sunday night, even before Black Monday. That's their best clock management all season. Right?
You see, they did it early. They iced the call just before they phoned him once. Then when he picked up, they hung up. Then they called back.
My Falcons interviewed Raheem Morris for the head coaching job, which is weird because he's been the head coach for 3 months now. You'd think they would have some idea of how it's going.
No joke.
Right.
Goes in the office, he introduces himself.
Yeah, where do you see yourself in 5 years? I don't know, 4 years into a job somewhere else, probably, I'm guessing. Yeah, that's
Why should we hire you? Well, you already made the nameplate.
That's right. Yeah, you already changed the sign on the parking space.
Why should we hire you? It's less paperwork. That's why.
Yeah.
The Detroit Lions are trying to hire John Schneider as GM, to which I responded, I hope they also get Daisy Duke and Cooter and Boss Hogg. Yeah, that's good.
They got to do a new paint job on the roof of the car.
Yes, that's right. The Lions, the Dukes of Haphazard, you see.
By the way, Kostaki, to interrupt, I assume you're aware of this. With my total lack of knowledge, I heard about this. Apparently, one of the NFL games is going to be broadcast on Nickelodeon. Have you heard about this?
Is that right? I didn't hear that.
Yeah, it'll be on a regular feed. CBS, but it'll also be, isn't it going to be two other places?
Yeah, Chick told us yesterday.
Amazon.
But the one in Nickelodeon will have a special pregame. I'm not making this up. Hosted by SpongeBob, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
is that right?
Yeah,
yes.
I'm not kidding. This is a great idea, I think. I mean, just to get young folks interested in sports and stuff.
Of course.
It will be on Nickelodeon. I did see this, and I forget where I saw it, but the Bengals and the Falcons are going to have an intra-squad game on Comedy Central. Simultaneously broadcast for those that enjoy. You see, Kostaki's a Falcons fan,
I enjoyed
folks.
that.
The joke there is his team stinks, but they're not really that bad.
They're just funny.
You should come join us over at All Pro Lines, Tom. Chime in there. Nice.
Well, shouldn't you change the name? Shouldn't it be where pro football meets instead of pro comedians? Because these people who are submitting these are just fans, and they're great.
Yeah, but the lines themselves are pro.
In what way?
They're
What do you mean?
they're
What-
pro level.
Yeah, they're pro level. Yeah. Plus, it's
pro
a play
level.
on
Good
all
name,
pro
yeah.
lines.
I think the
all
slogan's
pro
bad.
lines.
I'm not going to read
No,
it.
it works.
Ah, jeez.
Kostaki, this is why you don't want Tom to get involved.
I already got involved.
We
He
call
had-
this Tomplicating.
Yeah.
Taking your thing.
He already had.
Nice.
I rejected the first 25 names he sent me for this.
It's a
That's
tough
right.
thing. You
That's
want
right.
them to plug it, but you don't want them to talk about it. It's an awful spice to be in.
So where do you? If I want to submit one of these jokes I just made to All Pro Lines, how do I do that, Kostaki?
You don't.
Well, go
Anyone
to-
else?
I think I've had some pretty good jokes.
You're
here.
not allowed.
I'm kind of
You go
proud
to
of some
any of your favorite social media platforms and you type in @AllProLines, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, whichever you enjoy the most. We come to you, and then you chime in if you like. You don't have to chime in; you can enjoy it passively.
Yes.
You know, but if you want to, you can. It's fun.
Okay,
It is
Kostaki,
fun.
are you ready for a quiz?
I am.
Okay. Let's make this for $1,000.
Whoa.
Okay.
Can I play?
Okay.
Oh, Pat.
I don't know why I'm laughing.
You know why you're laughing.
Okay, Kostaki, for $1,000, I want you to tell me. I'm going to make this pretty easy. Now, there may be some booing from those in the room with me right now. But I'm going to play this song for $1,000. I want you to tell me the name of the band or the name of the song.
He's
Okay.
gonna, He's going to know it.
Are you ready? Here we go.
I'm ready.
Can you hear it?
That's ZZ Top.
Yes, and you are the winner of $1,000, ladies and
Said
gentlemen.
the name of the song, too.
No, he said or.
Oh, I'm sorry. Wow.
Okay, well, if you get the name of the song, it's another $1,000. Go ahead.
Come on.
What?
United Texas time.
I know this tune, but I don't know the name. I have no.
No, wait, listen carefully. He just said the name.
How?
I love it when the great Billy F. Gibbons says, "You know what I'm talking about." And then, let's face it, the first 6 lines of that song, it's like, what the hell did you, Mama? One of the great arrangements ever. The way that song kicks in with that little crispy little percussive lick.
We know you love it.
It's the best. They're sick of it because Kostaki. I played it a bunch today because there's a great documentary about ZZ Top.
We're not sick of it
on Netflix.
Oh, the song's great.
That's what we call
and
it.
I was trying to promote my friends in ZZ Top. I've met them.
They wouldn't know you if you punched them in the face.
Well, of course not. I just want to get people to watch that show. And there's LaGrange, Indiana is in the news. Christy, do you want to explain
LaGrange
why?
County has repealed a law that prevented hippies basically from hanging out in their county that was enacted in 1971.
It was literally called the Anti-Hippie Ordinance.
Yeah, they didn't want another Woodstock in their area.
Isn't that hilarious?
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, all right.
That's kind of our reaction.
Yeah.
I just think it's kind of like this footloose.
Sure.
Right.
Remember that someone goes to the city council, we don't want any of the damn hippies.
Right.
And they go, then what's next? What color are the hippies?
That could be what's next, unfortunately.
Oh, boy.
Do you like patchouli?
Me? No,
Okay.
not a fan.
Well, I owe you $1,000, Kostaki.
That's great. I was just spending it here while I was waiting.
Oh, what are you buying?
Yeah, I must have missed the part where Kostaki said he was out of material.
Yeah, me too.
Pay a few bills.
Poor guy can't do
Kostaki,
his
go
own
ahead. What else have you got? More
You know
NFL.
what? We can return to this. Last week we had a snow game at Lambeau, right? The Packers destroyed the Titans. It was like watching a History Channel documentary about invading Russia in the winter. It was ridiculous.
Yes,
it was so cold.
How cold was it?
It was so cold, some players questioned gender identity politics just to get some heat. Come on.
Touchy.
That's a good joke.
It's in.
He's a cis quarterback.
Yes, he puts the sis in sis boom bar.
Now, we've done this before. The game was so white, it owns the Friends DVD box set, right? We did these kind
No
of
black friends.
I love it.
Right?
Yes.
That is white.
The game was so white, it has a moleskin notebook, right? It owns a Prius and it still dabs. The game was white. You see what I'm saying?
It has a golden retriever. It is a white game.
So I did what I've been doing lately. I posted it on All Pro Lines, and some people came through with some great jokes.
Okay.
This game was so white, on a regular basis, it calls Target Target. It's been to multiple Jimmy Buffett concerts. It made Tim Kavanaugh say, damn.
A pale man.
It was so white. It makes the Amish community look ethnically diverse.
LaGrange.
Back to LaGrange. Yes, I knew it.
It's so white. It doesn't need ID to vote in Georgia.
Topical and
Today's the day, you see.
Today's the day.
Get your teeth fixed, honey, next.
It's so white. It knows its rights, and it's not leaving until it speaks to a manager.
Karen.
It's so white. Any gain over 6 inches has to be reviewed.
Smally hung.
That is a lot of inches.
That's right. It keeps dipping the football in ranch dressing.
That is a white thing to do.
Yes. Yes, I'd like mayonnaise.
Yes, these are Caucasian activities, you see.
Got a lot of spice in the wrench.
And the All Pro Lines fan joke of the week from Gates Granger. The game was so white, it follows Kostaki on Twitter.
These are so excellent. These are beautiful jokes.
Yeah, I agree.
One more time.
I've been really impressed.
So if I want to participate, tell me exactly what to do.
If your favorite, say your favorite social media platform is Instagram, you go to Instagram, you type in @AllProLines, and off you go.
There you go. Easy as that.
Okay. What if I just want to type in Kostaki? What happens?
Well, you'll get me eventually, but it'll be trickier.
What if I spell it with a K?
Yeah, you'll get the Russian version. Yeah.
Okay. With the backwards N or something.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Well, Kostaki, I didn't mean to interrupt the flow.
Yes,
That's all right. It's tradition.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
He's used to it.
I'm out $1,000. That was a.
Hey, that's this.
But
is the best call I've made in a long
point.
time.
But I also proved my point.
As
Which
always,
is?
we know you're always right.
Which is that this is one of the greatest songs in the history of rock and roll.
Yes, it is.
Terrific arrangement.
Can't wait to hear it later.
Why is that your point?
I mean, why is that my point? Because everyone's been objecting all morning to my associating the great song LaGrange with LaGrange, Indiana. Some people are probably just joining us going, oh, LaGrange, Indiana on the International Newswire. How exciting.
It's not the International Newswire.
Sure it is.
No, it's not.
Where do you think I get this stuff?
We don't have a wire anymore.
often wondered that.
It's on the internet.
It's called a wire by those in the know, Christy.
No, it's not. Just you.
I'm sorry, Kostaki. Are you through?
I could probably.
You have a closer
I could
for
be
us?
through. I could be through. I'll sit and wait for my 1,000.
Yeah.
You got PayPal? Venmo?
I had your
I can
mom's
do a couple
address.
more jokes. We can close on a joke. Yeah, that's right. You got mom's address. That's right.
Did you have enough to come back?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You just sit tight.
Boy, these are going to suck.
You know,
Yeah.
The club owner just said stretch.
I'm not saying B material coming up, but
while we wait.
As I wince at the screen. Yes.
yes.
Sure,
Kostaki,
sure.
get out your pencil, start writing.
Yeah, that's right.
In the
You know, we've all
meantime-
been staying at home and working at home and all of that, and our pets are right there with us, like my little dog Leo, who's my sweet little golden doodle boy.
But I currently have 3 golden retrievers. I've got a guest golden retriever at my house.
That's a lot of hair.
Yeah, by the way, I should point this out to Kostaki. I don't know if you use that Farmer's Almanac for weather prediction, but if you want to know when it's going to rain, just find out what days my dogs get groomed.
Or not. Actually, you can get your dog groomed at PetSmart.
Of course.
They've been an essential retailer making sure that you can get everything that your dog, cat, whatever. I used to buy my little chinchilla stuff there right when you need it at all 1,600 convenient locations. They also have grooming salons, Tom.
Of course.
And they offer digital check-in, curbside drop-off, and pickup, and contactless payment. PetSmart has responded to the unprecedented demand for contactless shopping by adding their curbside pickup for website or app orders. So it's really easy. And
Drive right up, and here it is.
yeah. And they're offering free same-day delivery powered by DoorDash through the end of the month, through January 31st.
Cool.
PetSmart's associates really love pets, and caring for them is a big part of why they work there. And as an essential retailer, PetSmart has made it safe and easy for you to care for your pet, too, online or in stores. So if you're interested in contactless shopping, just order online at PetSmart.com or on the PetSmart app and enjoy easy curbside pickup. Or don't forget, free same-day delivery via DoorDash through January 31st, 2021. So you can get everything your little pet needs right to your door right when you need it. Check out PetSmart.com for all the details.
My doggy tip of the day.
Yes?
Get those Kong balls, the ones that look like the Michelin Man.
Sure.
Put peanut butter or something in them and then stick them in the freezer. That'll keep your dog busy. Keep him off your computer. Dunder, I said, do not use my keyboard. You're scratching it. When we come back, we're going to meet comedian Kostaki Economopoulos.
Oh, really? I can't wait. I missed
great.
him.
This is the Bob and Tom Show.
You can find us on Twitter at Bob and Tom, or you can email us at bobandtom@bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Bob and Tom, 24/7. Oh, yeah.
Hey, everyone. Mark Allison with you on a Tuesday. It's January 5th. Hope you're having a great morning. Hope you had a great holiday as well. And the new year is upon us. It's 2021. All fresh and new. We're all skating at full strength. And so far, pretty healthy. For everything Bob and Tom, check out bobandtom.com. All the latest highlights, news, information, links to our social media sites, and, of course, much, much more. Always something fun and unexpected at bobandtom.com. I'm Mark Allison with your Bob and Tom Sports Update. Tobias Harris scored 22 points. The Philadelphia 76ers moved to 6-1 with their fourth straight win. 118-101 over Charlotte. Joel Embiid had 14 points and 11 rebounds to help the 76ers win the two-game set in Philadelphia. Kelly Olynyk drained 5 three-pointers on his way to 19 points. Bam Adebayo had a game-high 20 for 9 of 10 shooting for the Miami Heat's 118-90 rout of Oklahoma City. The Milwaukee Bucks moved over the 500 mark. Giannis Antetokounmpo delivered 43 points. They topped Detroit 125-115. Jason Tatum poured in 40 points as the Boston Celtics handed the Toronto Raptors their fifth loss in 6 games, 126-114. Steph Curry followed up his career-high 62-point performance in Sunday's win over Portland by delivering 30 points, 9 rebounds, and 8 assists to lead the Warriors' 137-106 rout of the Kings. That's a quick look at your sports highlights. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
After talking with a group of massage parlor operators who urged the authorities to reopen their venues as soon as possible due to economic pain, Mr. Faris...
As the eye can see.
It's better. Faris Karasanar Awiwong.
No, you're pronouncing it wrong. Here's how you pronounce it. I looked this guy's up. It's Karasanar Awiwong.
Karis there. Wing, wing. Walla, walla, wing, wong.
Did I get it right?
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Bob and Tom, well-meaning, but
Yeah, they're all messed up.
more than slightly confused.
If Bobcat called you, wouldn't you keep it and play it for all your friends? Hi, this is Bob Goldthwait, too.
Yeah?
We've got an X-rated movie coming up where I think you're perfect for it. Give me a call.
I had a phone call from Bono that I accidentally erased.
Oh, no!
Yeah, and I was like, ah!
Why'd I do that?
Have you ever heard Bobcat's Bono?
I haven't. I can't do it, but yeah.
I bet you can enough to make us go,
No.
oh, my God.
No, but so he called and
You mean he heard you doing your Bono and he called you?
yeah, he was very nice. And then I saw him. I was at Dodger Stadium, or no, I can't remember what stadium it was. It was very, and he and I met him, and I'm in the like the stadium doorway,
Mm-hmm.
and he said some very sweet things and very kind, and we talked back and forth, and it was just him and I and one other person, and he starts walking out to do his concert, and he turns around and he takes off those, the fly sunglasses, and he goes, "Hey, Bobcat," and he throws them to me, and I catch him, and I go, "Thanks, Mean Joe."
I knew that was coming.
And he goes, "What?"
What?
Yeah. And I'm going, oh man, that's one of my best riffs ever. Falling on his deaf Gaelic ears. Yeah.
Good morning, sunshine.
Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7.
Joining us in the studio, comedian Larry Reeb. Now, Larry, you are from
Chicago.
You just got a great Chicago accent.
Well, originally I'm from a little town, Dwight, Illinois. It's a farm town.
Uh-huh.
There's a mental institution and a women's prison there.
Really?
And my parents met. Here I am. But yeah, I live in Chicago.
Are you married?
I've been married 10 years.
Oh, how's it going?
Good. I think us guys need good women, don't you? Women keep us in line.
Oh, yeah.
That's why most axe murderers are single. If they were married, their wife wouldn't put up.
It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Hope you were listening carefully. Not just to the mellifluous, or whatever the word is, tones of Ace Cosby, but to the guy before him. Just what I'm saying. Pay close attention. Things are happening here. Now, we have a quick update of the forecast from Miss Christy Lee.
Cloudy today. Look for a high of 39. Cloudy tomorrow, 38. Cloudy, 31 right now.
Well, thank you very much. The TV show is on tonight. I'm talking about the TV show Bob and Tom tonight. MyNDTV 23, 11:30 this evening. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom and Kostaki show. That's right. He's back. We're going to talk with comedian and NFL correspondent Kostaki Economopoulos in a matter of moments.
Dean, can you hear me?
We can hear you.
We can hear you.
We can hear you too, Kostaki.
You're on the air, dude.
He can't hear us.
Oh, okay.
Don't cuss, Kostaki.
Can he hear you? Can you hear me, Kostaki? We can see you. Make funny faces. Okay. Let's see now.
Put your pants on, Kostaki.
Pat Gotti's back
Picking his
there.
nose.
Was he doing a Jeffrey Tubin on us?
He sure is.
Oh, wow. Let's see.
He's looking at Christy.
Okay.
Hey.
That baklava. Wow. Oh, my God.
There's Willie G. Patty G's in the other room. And let's see. There's Josh. I'm Tom. We covered everybody here? We're trying to hook up with Kostaki Economopoulos once again in Atlanta, Georgia. And while we get him re-hooked up. Can you hear us now, Kostaki?
I'm back.
Okay, there we go. Did a little homework, Kostaki. I asked you the question of what teams had not been to a Super Bowl because the Browns are in the playoffs. The other team that you forgot, I believe, is I've been told, the Detroit Lions.
Of course.
And then the game that's going to be broadcast on both CBS and Nickelodeon and Amazon Prime is the Bears-Saints game.
When is that? Saturday?
That is going to be Sunday. I believe it's the 4:00 game.
Gotcha.
Or the later one of them. In any event, I'm not joking. It really is going to be broadcast on Nickelodeon with a special pregame, and I'm thinking they're going to do some special effects, so there'll be slime in the
Yeah, slime would be great. Yeah.
Slime in the end zone, as opposed to certain other teams where the slime is in the owner's box. Don't want to mention names. Okay, but seriously, now once again, Kostaki has developed a landing zone for NFL comedy, which is known as All Pro Lines. The current tagline is where pro football and pro comedians collide. My problem with it is I don't want some of these great people who are writing you to feel they can't write you a joke unless they're a professional.
They don't.
That's right.
So what I'd like to do is also suggest this week that you perhaps write a new slogan for all pro lines and submit it to Kostaki.
That would be the new Coke of social media. No, don't do it.
Kostaki, stand your ground.
Yeah. Sure show, let him bully
what
you.
the casual fans might not know about comedy writing is Billy Crystal once said, comedy writing's like panning for gold. You spend all day and you get this tiny little fleck. It's just the nature of what it is. So that's what's kind of fun about crowdsourcing joke writing. We all write, you write 100 jokes and then there's 7 good ones. That's the nature of comedy.
You've read 10 great ones today from the audience. So again, all pro lines on your favorite social media platform. And Kostaki, you said that I had cut you off. You have more so-called A material, some more gold nuggets to
No,
extend
that's not
the
what
analogy.
I said. No, not at all. I requested another quiz, I believe, is what I was.
Okay. You've already won the $1,000. I'm very excited. Certainly well-deserved. Now, what else is
I got a few more jokes.
Okay, go ahead.
Bud Light has some kind of challenge, and the Lions kicker, Matt Prater, won. So everyone in Detroit gets a free beer.
Oh.
And I hate to be the old guy here, but I'm like, are we struggling to get the vaccine out? How are we getting free beer to thousands of people?
Well, Kostaki beer is very important for millions.
I get it.
I think most people will sign up for that one.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Lots of opt-ins. Johnny Manziel is joining fan-controlled football. He can't even play self-controlled football. What's he talking about?
And I to once again to interrupt the flow. What is this?
It's a new league that starts next year, and fans are going to have input. Fans can choose plays. They're actually fans are choosing the team names apparently and the logos.
Nothing can go wrong now.
I know. Well, Manziel's been fired by owners, GMs, and coaches. Why not give the fans a chance?
There you go.
This is interesting.
It's right. It's 7-on-7 football. Right.
That's even more weird.
Right. Wow. Well, this way, Manziel can only let down 6 guys at a time. So that's probably better.
Have they announced the cities where this is going to take place, or is this going to
I haven't heard that yet. Wow. Yeah, that's right. That's right. We'll let everybody decide everything. But the Patriots and Cowboys.
Yeah, I'm with you. Who would pick? All right. Whatever.
It's a good question. Yeah. I mean, they bought the XFL. That's apparently in the mix to maybe come back as well. So,
but wasn't that purchased by
The Rock?
The Rock, who I believe can make up enough money to run the whole season by making a TV commercial.
He's the most well-liked person in the world. Did you see that story?
He's great. No, we've had him on the air. He's terrific. He's got money to burn, so I think that's what he'll be doing. But I had not heard of this new thing. What's it called again?
Fan-controlled football.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So
it's a weird idea.
Do they have their own fans only page?
Only fan-controlled football.
This is like a big video game with real people.
Wait,
right.
Is it like in Who Wants to Be a Millionaire where all the audience has like A through D on a little control and they click it and they don't do it and you're like, oh man, they did a pass.
They must.
I don't know.
But do they have a headset in which the quarterback can hear them go, well, the fans voted you're supposed to do a whatever, run it up the middle.
This is bizarre.
It is bizarre. Huh.
Okay. I don't know. It smells to me like failure.
Yeah.
And I mean smells.
Oh, you know what? Then it's great they went to Johnny Manziel because that guy can fail.
He's the king of it.
Who's the other one? I was thinking the other day, I was watching a TV commercial during the game and with Tim Tebow.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to hand it to the guy. He's still out there, kind of an icon, and really didn't have much of a pro career.
Well, he didn't have the off-the-field antics that Manziel had.
He's
famously
the opposite, wasn't he? A virgin? Yeah.
And also a very appealing, nice guy.
Right.
Yeah, the media hates that.
Menzel looks like he'd punch you in the face if you tried to help him get up off the road where he just vomited and fell down.
Evo's a home run hitter, isn't he?
I think you're right.
He was playing baseball. And he was either it was essentially a home run or a strikeout. Wasn't that kind of his MO?
Which would be fine if
first
he
at
did
bat
do it every
in
40 times.
That's right. His first at bat in the minor leagues was a home run. I was like, how can a guy who's never been to second base hit a home run? Am I right?
Not score.
His batting average is pretty good. It was 316.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Not bad.
Is that your closer, Kostaki?
Yeah, it certainly could be.
No, I'm sure you have one penciled in as the closer for
the possible closer.
Okay,
all right, let's do this one. We'll celebrate Chicks team. The Washington football team just won the division. They're the crowning a champion of the NFC East is like picking the best looking comedian. It's
not a good looking bunch.
Yes, they're all sub 500.
That's not true. There are quite a few good looking comedians.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes.
Christy, you're supposed to say
Let's hear your name
excluding you, Kostaki.
Yeah,
that's right.
You'd be at the top of the list, Kostaki.
Okay, that's very
okay,
kind.
Christy, don't think too hard. Who's the best looking comedian?
Oh, Michael Costa's pretty hot.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about Michael Costa.
Good. Matthew Broussard came to mind right away. That guy's a damn good looker.
Yeah.
You like a little bit of the Nick Griffin?
Nick Griffin's an attractive man, of course.
Got
sure.
that New York
That's
look.
right.
Yeah.
What else is on your list? Anybody else?
Who else? What list? Just
Chad
handsome
Daniels.
list?
Handsome.
Chad Daniels. Yes, very
Mark
handsome.
Normand, he's got the sort of abs, looking kind of good. You know what I'm saying?
Bob Zaney.
Who's the guy?
Zany's a looker.
Who's the guy
Bob
that's
Zaney.
dating Christine Calaveri? Oh my God, he was on the show with William Shatner. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
NBC tries to shove him down our throats
Yes.
every 6
I
months.
know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Jeff Dye.
Jeff Dye.
Very nice guy.
He's a good looking
That's the
dude.
one I thought of, too. I couldn't remember. his
Okay.
name.
Very nice guy.
Kostaki, speaking of, what's the word? Telegenic? Mm-hmm. Is that a word?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Handsome on the TV. I've just been handed this note. Kostaki Zoom comedy show.
Oh.
Yeah.
Coming up Thursday, February 4th, the nowherecomedyclub.com.
Yeah.
Cool.
Those guys are great.
You did that a year ago, right?
At the beginning of the pandemic, I was one of the first comics to do a show with them, and they just asked me to come back, and I'm going to do a totally different hour. I'm going to try to focus on true stories about stand-up and me and my life, and wrap up the week, the year that was in the NFL. It's Super Bowl week.
Okay.
Nice.
Well, and then are you still doing the 50 Toast thing?
50 Toast tonight with Dean Metcalf.
From our show.
all right.
Okay. Very good. Very good.
Who's the most viewed 50 Toast? Is it my episode?
No, I think it was
Probably mine.
It's Ron Sexton and a giant drop-off to second place.
Am I the giant drop-off?
You're a giant something off.
On that note, a giant
There's your
something
closer.
off.
Yeah.
That is our closer. Once again, Kostaki's new program, All Pro Lines. And what was the question for next week?
The question.
Have you put it up yet? You haven't.
No.
Oh
Next
no,
week
we
hasn't happened yet.
These are almost daily.
Okay.
We do this all the time. Yeah.
We'll see your prompt on Super Wild Card Saturday. That's when we'll see the prompt go up.
Okay. Very good.
That's
Thank
right.
you, Kostaki.
Thanks, guys.
See you, man.
Bye, Kostaki.
Christy, I need the teaser from you.
Coming up, we have Pizza Hut. We have McDonald's in the news. We still have our flamethrower dude. And coronavirus testing kits via vending machine.
Wow. Just make sure you pull the right button.
Yeah.
No, I got the condoms. Great.
I got handicap hot for
I got a pregnancy test.
Okay. This is all coming up. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Everything about the show is at bobandtom.com. Check it out now. State law.
Guy, it's Kid Tarmac. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. Kid Tarmac.
Hey, Ken Tarmac. Don't forget Bob and Tom's YouTube channel, weeknights at 8 p.m. Eastern. It's Bob and Tom Tonight. 20 minutes of video highlights of today's Bob and Tom show tonight. That's right. We take the 20 best minutes of today's show and put it all together, and you can watch it tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, Bob and Tom Tonight, right there on Bob and Tom's YouTube channel. More of the Bob and Tom show coming up right after this.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk. Georgia voters are set to decide the balance of power in Congress in a pair of high-stakes Senate runoff elections today. Voting will determine President-elect Joe Biden's capacity to enact what some say could be the most progressive governing agenda in generations. Democrats, though, must win both of the state's elections to gain the Senate majority. Republicans are unified against Biden's plans for health care, environmental protection, and civil rights. Mexico has approved the Oxford AstraZeneca coronavirus vaccine, hoping to spur a halting vaccination effort that has only seen about 44,000 shots distributed since the third week of December. But the Mexican government official heading up efforts to deal with the pandemic, well, he was spotted at a Pacific Coast beach, apparently sitting at a seaside restaurant without a face mask on. Locals are not happy. Spies wanted, inquire within. The within, in this case, happens to be the CIA's website. The National Spy Agency has launched a new site to search for top-shelf candidates to join the intelligence agency. The recruitment effort is aimed at finding people with a broader range of life experiences to join the CIA. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
After talking with a group of massage parlor operators who urged the authorities to reopen their venues as soon as possible due to economic pain, Mr. Faris...
As the eye can see.
It's better. Faris Karasanar Awiwong.
No, you're pronouncing it wrong.
Awiwong.
Here's how you pronounce it. I looked this guy's up. It's Karasanar Awiwong.
Karis there. Wing wing. Walla walla wing wong.
Did I get it right?
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, this is comedian Ron White, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Most unfair thing about life is the way it ends, right? Mm-hmm. With a death. What's that, a bonus?
No.
Life is tough. It should be reversed. You die first. Get it out of the way. Mm-hmm. Then you live in an old age home. You get kicked out when you're too young. You get a gold watch. You go to work. You work for 40 years till you're young enough to enjoy your retirement. Go to college, you do drugs, alcohol, you party, you get ready for high school. Go to school, you become a kid, you play, you have no responsibilities, become a little baby, go back into the womb, spend your last 9 months floating. You finish off as a gleam in somebody's eye.
Oh, nice.
Bravo.
That's perfect.
Bob and Tom.
For your information, these are two of the worst kids I have ever encountered in my life, and I worked the state fair.
We were stupid before stupid was cool.
Also with us in the studio, Matt Fulcheron. Let's see, we know Matt, skateboarder. I don't know anything about you. Married or single?
Oh, I'm really single, man. Okay. Well, if your listeners read People Magazine, they probably already know that.
104 Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
That is a nice voice. Thank you,
Boy,
Ace.
this morning's flying by.
Christy Lee has a quick forecast.
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. Mostly cloudy today with a high of 39 degrees. Partly cloudy overnight. Our low will be 26. And then another cloudy day on Wednesday with a high of 38. Currently 31. No precipitation in the forecast for the next 10 days that I saw.
Now, Christy, I rewired your chair so you can...
No, not this again.
You know, it keeps it warm. Just press the yellow button. Oh, no, that's the wrong button, Christy.
That was the wrong button for you, too.
Oh, what's the matter, Josh? Your seat a little hot?
Yeah. That was me.
All right, so we've all been injured at work. Now what do we do?
Well, I smell burning hair. Well, you could reach for a hammer.
No, I could.
Wait a minute.
No, hammers aren't good. You need Glitco and Daly.
Yes, of course we do.
Glitco and Daly are the work injury lawyers. When you're injured, guess what they do? They can go to work when you can't. You find them at IndianaWorkers.com. That's right, Glitco and Daly, the work injury lawyers for all your personal injury cases. Once again, you find them at IndianaWorkers.com or right there just off Meridian Street. You can't miss the update. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show.
Yep.
Thank you very much for joining us. Christy Lee is isolated
Yep.
in the Navy Federal Credit Union newsroom and glass booth. Behind the glass over there, it's Pat Godwin.
How you doing?
We're gonna bring Pat back to do some songs for us. How you doing?
How you doing?
How you doing? Okay, that's very nice.
That threw me off.
There's Willie G over there, and of course Ace is our engineer. And
Pat, you got to lose the hat. That is not your look.
I don't care. I like it.
All right.
I really like this look.
Do you?
Yes. You look like you do like an HGTV show about submarines or something. Yeah. I really like it.
Welcome to the Calypso.
You look like the nautical Ty Pennington.
Or you look like that guy who was at deep sea fishing people,
Yeah,
whatever that is. Yeah.
Best friend of Pierre Hardon.
or an aging castrato. One of the forget what.
You got balls saying that.
Yeah, that's why I said it. Where was I? I
You didn't
know.
say my name.
Well, I was interrupted in the middle of my
him.
introductions. Josh Arnold's over there.
Thank you for saying the first and last name.
And
Your
we
contract.
People need to know.
We were discussing
Joshua Matthew.
the best-looking comedians.
Yeah.
And Christy, you said that your little heart gets a flutter.
You just
when
asked me about good-looking comedians, and
you said
Michael Costa is the first one that I thought
Michael
of.
Costa, okay.
And
You ever
Jeff
made out with
Dye.
him?
And
Ever made out with any of these men?
I have not made out with any of these people. No.
Okay.
I know somebody.
Josh, your thoughts?
I know a couple too.
Nikki Glazer, isn't she?
Oh, sure. Yeah, very
Nikki's
attractive.
beautiful. Absolutely.
Rachel Feinstein. Feinstein is so
Natasha
attractive.
Leggero.
Yeah.
Yeah,
she is
Leggero.
cute,
I love her. And
Whitney Cummings.
Very pretty.
Winnie Cummings, yeah, gorgeous.
So there's some very attractive
Yes.
men and women in comedy,
Right.
apparently. Okay,
Sure.
okay. I'm
Yeah,
not
of
sure why we're
course.
talking about this, but we were. But I tell you what, you didn't mention Ace Cosby.
Well, he's not a comedian.
Well, of course he is.
Wow.
I dabble in a little bit of everything.
Ace Cosby, a man,
A little bit of everything.
a man who knows the ins and outs of Etta May.
What? Is that true?
No, that's not true. I'll stand up for my friend
The
here.
untamed shrews.
I can tell you for a lot of reasons that is not happening.
I enjoy his work very much. I was
Sure.
just joking.
I enjoy the untamed shrews.
However, ladies and gentlemen, yesterday we missed it.
What?
So we've already had one dose of it. It's time for our second dose, the vaccine that is the Ace Cosby joke of the day.
Yes.
Well, like I said, I dabble, so I know a lot about trees.
Do you?
Really?
For example,
Bit of an arborist, huh?
for example, ask me what I know about bonsai trees.
What do you know about bonsai trees?
Very little.
They are very little.
Tiny tree.
It's a small tree, you see. They're not big.
No.
But
Tough to cultivate.
You trim them all the time. It looks like the world's most boring hobby.
Once we
I've
have-
always wanted one.
Really?
Always.
Me too.
Yes.
I'm with you, Josh.
Ever since the Karate Kid, right?
Not
Yeah.
cheap.
What about like a little Zen garden, a little sand?
I have one. I have
you do?
one. Yeah.
Do you know?
Yeah. I don't play with it often.
You're too busy playing with something else.
Somebody isolate that.
Honestly, that gives me more zen than the garden does.
More Zen for your buck?
One is buck. Okay, where was
Oh,
it?
my.
What happened? I'm sorry, I lost my place. So I know what I wanted to do, and we don't have time. Okay, let's talk with Christy. Christy, what do we miss?
Don't have time. What did you want to do? Play American Pie?
No, I wanted to
Hey
play
Jude on?
I'll tell you what I can actually. I wanted to play
I can do my job. I have plenty of news.
All right.
What do you want to play?
I was going to play the new big hit, Good Riddance 2020.
There's time for that.
We got time for that? Sure.
I don't know. I don't know what time it
Let's
is.
give it a listen. Christy, we just put a new clock in just for you. See,
Yeah, but that's a countdown clock. That doesn't tell me the actual time.
I've got one. Christy, say I don't know what time it is.
I don't know what time it is.
Time for you to get a watch.
Oh, you should
that joke is so old. That joke is so old. When they first told it was a sundial. This is a song called Good Riddance 2020, and the video is available for your dining and dancing pleasure.
Sure.
On the various Bob and Tom social media platforms. Goodbye, 2020. Here's how it goes.
It's been a tough year. Haven't had much fun.
So many bad things.
Glad it's almost done.
Coronavirus. Yeah, we're still dealing with that.
Thanks to some clumsy scientist or some guy who ate a bite.
can't go to work. Doing business in my living room.
Naked from the waist down.
Should've bought stock in Zoom. Toilet paper shortage. Our underwear is marked with skids. We're all popping Prozac because we're teaching our own kids. Good riddance 2020. Boy, what a crappy year. Couldn't go to concerts or ball games.
Thank God for weed and beer.
Adios 2020. You made us cancel everything.
You took Regis and Wilford Brimley.
But you left us Larry King.
Yeah, I'm going to live forever, man.
You killed the best James Bond.
And Black Panther. What the heck?
And this TV icon died in November.
Who is Alex Trebek?
Meghan Markle and Prince Harry are royalty no more. Oh, and Little Richard and Kenny Rogers.
Yet royalties no more.
Riddance 2020. You've been a gigantic pain.
We miss bowling, strip clubs, and theme parks.
And getting free upgrades on a plane. Masks in 2020 and washing hands like we're all neurotic. And it's your fault we know the names. Carol Baskin and Joe Exotic. Tiger King and Tiger King. Tiger King and Tiger.
Well, there was unrest in the streets. Everybody talking about that election.
Ugly posts and hateful tweets.
And Jeffrey Toobin's erection.
Wildfires flaring. Murder hornets every place.
Stores full of Karens.
And the joke of the day with Ace. You're welcome.
2020. Thanks for screwing up our plans. No dating or random hookups. Thank God for OnlyFans. We're all in this together. So just you wait and see. We'll say goodbye 2020 and get back to normalcy.
Wait a minute. What? Normalcy? Normality. is the word. I'm sorry. You wanted to be wrong. I'm wrong. It's okay. I'll be wrong. Normality. That's the word you're looking for. Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Once again, the video, the best part of the video is the portion where Ace comes in and says, "You're welcome." That's very, very nice. You can see that on the various Bob and Tom social media platforms and kiss goodbye to 2020. Coming up, Christy, what do we got?
We have flamethrowers, we have Pizza Hut, we have McDonald's, and we have a guy who was buried in his car under snow for 10 hours.
Oh.
Yeah.
Which is in the era of the cell phone, that's
very rare.
Yeah, I would think. All that's coming up right now. I want to remind you that, of course, everything wants to tie into the new year. How about maybe you got some New Year's resolutions, maybe get a little more exercise, maybe you want to be accompanied by some great sounds. Perhaps listening to this show, maybe a podcast or two, or your favorite music, whatever it might be. Raycons are the way to go. They are the earbuds that are a lot cheaper and a lot better at the same time. Go to buyraycon.com/Tom and get a special bargain. In fact, Raycon is adding to the great deal by offering 15% off all of their products for all Bob and Tom Show listeners. Just go to buyraycon.com/Tom. That's all you have to do. Makes great sound accessible to you with their famous wireless earbuds. They're about half the price of some of those other ones. And some of those other ones, by the way, have gone up substantially in 2021. I was doing a little bit of research on something else yesterday and stumbled on that and went, wait a minute.
Whoa.
$400 for what the hell?
Whoa.
The Raycons are a much better bargain. Find out exactly what I'm talking about. They're, of course, famous for instantly. You just kaboom, there's the Bluetooth all done. That quickly they pair. Now, once again, you go to buyraycon.com/Tom. Save 15% on everything out there. BuyRaycon.com/Tom. Get yourself some great earbuds for whatever you want to use them for. Talking on the phone, doing what you can do with your ears plugged up with some great sound. BuyRaycon.com/Tom. Be sure to do it that way. It helps us, helps them, helps you. When we come back, once again, Buried in the Snow.
Yep.
And we're going to hear some nice new music from Mr. Godwin. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hello, this is comedian John Evans. Padoom, 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 and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, the Bob and Tom Show now being streamed at this address, bobandtom.com/live. Now, the new location of the Bob and Tom live video feed, bobandtom.com/live. You are listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union Entertainment News Desk. Steve Earle has paid tribute to his late son, Justin Townes Earle, by releasing an album of his son's music. Steve remade 10 songs from his son's catalog for the album JT. The final song is Last Words, a song he wrote for Justin. JT came out yesterday on what would have been Justin's 39th birthday. He died in August, and proceeds from the album will be donated to a trust for Justin's 3-year-old daughter. Reba McEntire, Carrie Underwood, Tanya Tucker, and Margot Price are guest musicians on Loretta Lynn's new studio album, Still Woman Enough. The album is a celebration of women in country music with new versions of traditional American songs, as well as a fresh take on Lynn's own songs. She does a recitation to mark 50 years since she released Coal Miner's Daughter. Still Woman Enough comes out on March 19th. And there's a new dog in town, recognized by the American Kennel Club. It's called the Beaver Terrier. And while his name sounds like a water animal, the Beaver is closer to the size of a toy dog. It's akin to a Yorkie, features long flowing coat, and weighs between 4 and 8 pounds. The Beaver is the AKC's 197th recognized breed. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
I could read some of the meanest things that you've ever said to me.
Oh, we have to hear that.
We must hear this.
It's only 2 things, but they're good. One is a classic. It's "Damn it, Willie, you're ruining Christmas." Everybody loves.
And he said that in all earnestness.
All earnestness.
Yeah. What were you doing?
One like for something as small as opening a stocking present out of line. Yeah, God damn it, you're ruining. Or damn it, you're ruining Christmas.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, this is Greg Warren, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
The minivan hearse thing, have you seen this?
Was that for dead soccer moms?
I don't know. The funeral homes that have the
Wait a minute.
minivans that they...
That's very funny.
Oh, that's
Have you seen
that's
that?
good.
The minivans
go
that
home.
they've put those, the fancy scroll work thing they put on the sides. Yes, I'm not making this up. And they're like the big town and country vans.
Well, I didn't want to die before, but now I really don't want to die.
It's really
God,
disturbing.
I just had this discussion yesterday with one of my
You're
sons.
going to be dead, honey. You won't know.
I know, but the whole minivan thing,
The bumper stickers on that'll be horrible. You know, my orphan child is an honor student.
Beautifully done.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
This magician's on stage, and he invites this guy from the audience and gives him a sledgehammer. The magician says, I want you to hit me in the temple as hard as you can with a sledgehammer. The guy goes, all right. So the magician lays his head down on his block of wood, and this guy hauls back. Bam! Pops this guy in the temple. 10 years later, the magician wakes up out of a coma in the hospital and goes, ta-da!
Comedian Greg Hahn is here with us.
I love going on dates. You get to go to the girl's place and meet her pets. They always have cats. It's always cats. It's never anything cool like a wild dingo or Wolverine. It's never a venomous duck or a bat.
Venomous
You never
duck.
get like a porcupine. It's usually two cats. Like a little one she just rescued from the trash 10 seconds ago. Just got run over by a train or something. Still has leaves stuck to its rear.
Q95, it's the Bob and Tom Show.
Thank you, Ace Cosby. Christy has the forecast.
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. Cloudy today with a high near 40. Partly cloudy down to 26. Cloudy 38 tomorrow. We have cloudy skies 32 degrees now.
Thank you very much, Christy Lee. The TV show is on tonight. I'm talking about the Bob and Tom Show, which is called Bob and Tom Tonight. It'll be on MyNDTV 23 this evening at 11:30. I will also remind you, pay close attention to the various announcer people on the radio station known as Q95, because you could be on the good end of $1,000. Now, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Our engineer, of course, Ace Cosby. There's Josh Arnold. I'm Tom. There's Willie. And I look around. There's Christy Lee. I can see her through the glass. And then Pat Godwin's in the other room, the performance room, the room with the guitars, the keyboards. Coming up, a little bit of music from Mr. Godwin. But right now, Christy, I see you've got some news we haven't covered yet.
Yeah, did you see that the American Kennel Club has recognized a new dog breed?
Now, is it something weird or is it something people actually have?
It's weird. It's the B-word terrier.
The B word?
The B-word, B-E. It's spelled B-I-E-W-E-R, but it's pronounced B-word terrier. And it's small. It's kind of like a Yorkie, like 4 to 8 pounds, got long flowing hair. And you'll be able to see it in the upcoming Westminster Kennel Club dog show.
They're not going to put in a dog people actually have, like a Labradoodle or something.
Well, no, because they're not a purebred. Bred.
But this thing's purebred?
Yeah.
Okay. So
It's not the combination of a B and a word. That would make no sense.
Just asking. Okay.
Pizza Hut is releasing a new stuffed crust pizza without the pizza. The ring of cheese stuffed dough called Nothing But Stuffed Crust is being rolled out in honor of the 25th anniversary of the stuffed crust's debut. The limited item will be available only at participating locations in Dallas and Los Angeles this Tuesday through Thursday. Well, why am I doing this stupid story?
You can't get it.
God.
Wait a second. But no, so it's the stuffed crust pizza without the pizza.
Right.
Yeah, just a ring of cheesy bread.
So this is like going to Starbucks and saying, could I get the whipped cream?
Kind.
And nothing else.
Kind of.
I
Yeah.
don't want the coffee.
Boy.
Well, that's, yeah.
You know, this is a really dumb idea, and you know what I think we should do?
What?
I think you guys should give me and Josh a van, and we drive to Dallas and then to Los Angeles, and we just try a few of these on the way.
You change that van to a smart car. And
We try some pizzaless, what do you call it? Stuffed crust.
It's just
yeah, it's just
like
it's a Bosco stick that's a circle.
Yeah,
I love a Bosco
exactly.
stick.
Yeah.
Love a Bosco stick.
So this would be like if Taco Bell did the burrito without the burrito?
This would be like if
without the stuff inside of it, it would just be the
Taco Bell
burrito.
stuffed crust pizza without the pizza.
Well, they had something called the cheesy roll-up, which was something that I thought I invented.
They're good.
Which is just taking a tortilla, a little shredded cheese, and rolling it up and putting it in the microwave. They sell that at Taco Bell, or they used to.
Yeah, they still do.
They cater to 4-year-olds and stoners.
Loves it. That's that demographic. Baby, I'm right in the middle of that. 4-year-olds and stoners, that is me.
But this is like a... I'd like the buffalo wings without the chicken. It's just the sauce and the...
It's just a new way to have cheese sticks.
Yeah, exactly.
But they're only doing it in Dallas and L.A.?
Yeah.
Right.
It's a gimmick, so we talk about
They're
them.
insulting the rest of the country.
Exactly.
Well, I don't want to be rude, but you keep saying these ideas that like this would be like going to Starbucks and just getting the whipped cream. This would be like getting buffalo wings without the chicken. I like both those ideas. I like a cup of buffalo sauce with some ranch on the side. I like going to Starbucks. What are you getting? Morning coffee? No, it's just whipped cream. I'm licking it like a dog.
A pop cup, yeah.
Pretty tasty. put a little of that pumpkin spice in it, we got a deal.
Put a little sugar in my step. You know?
Got a letter here. Got to interrupt the show, Christy.
All right.
Question was brought up. Who is the hottest comedian? Got a little letter for you, Josh.
Yeah, Pat Godwin.
Josh Arnold.
Josh
Willie
Arnold?
Griswold.
Someone digs the Josh.
What's his name?
Bobby.
Biohazard. What? I don't know who are these. That's what it says. What's going on?
Well, how about that? Thank you very much, Bio.
Okay, now we go back to Christy Lee, and what did we miss?
McDonald's selling a Spam burger topped with cookie crumbs in China.
In China!
That's weird.
The sandwich made of two
Not
slices.
in China. That's food.
Not true.
The sandwich, which is made of 2 slices of Spam, Oreo cookies. I'm about to throw up in my mouth.
But
and mayonnaise.
Before we be too critical here,
Oh.
I remember when someone came out with a hamburger that the buns was a sugary glazed donut.
Yes.
And we mocked it until we tried it.
Yeah. Well,
it's actually quite tasty. I don't know about the Oreo cookie with mayonnaise
and spam. No thanks.
Willie and I are trying this. We're going to do it.
I've tried a Spam, it was like a dumpling almost, like a little Spam with like some bao, some bread, and it was delicious. I enjoyed it so much.
This is part of a members-only promotion in China. You got to be a member of McDonald's.
Yes, of the Communist Party.
Well, if you want the meat.
The company,
I mean,
it's got
they're not crazy.
The company
with a sickle through it.
The company said it planned to sell no more than 400,000 lunch meat burgers, though it was not made clear how many they have sold so far.
Traditional
so
bun there, Christy?
Well, it doesn't say. That's what I was about to ask Josh, because I only have,
I thought the
this.
Spam.
So I don't know.
I thought the Spam was the bun.
That's what I'm wondering. Is that the bun?
They do it double. What's that called? The double trouble, double decker from KFC.
Right.
The meat is the bun.
Yeah.
I like all these ideas. I have a technical question.
Yeah.
Josh, or maybe this is one for you, Christy. Do you ever eat radishes?
Yes,
I love
do. I love them. I'm with you. A big
Love
fan.
them.
Love them. Yeah.
That natural spice.
Yep.
I love it.
There's nothing better at ruining a salad.
No, I could eat a bag of them.
Aren't they relatively tasteless?
No, I think they've got a
it's a wonderful turnipy kind of taste.
Yeah, it's real kind of
wonderful turnipy.
Oh, I love turnips.
It's got a sting to it.
Yeah, a little
great.
bite.
No, the
Okay,
radish.
I'm bringing this up,
Why?
and I know very little about this. I'm not taking
You don't
questions.
eat radishes?
I maybe. I've never.
It's like spicy
thought about
dirt.
it. Okay.
I love it.
Oh, you like
Did you
spicy
see
dirt,
this?
Josh?
I was not aware of this, but in outer space on the International Space Station anyway,
Yes.
they celebrated the new year by eating radishes. These were the first vegetables grown in space besides leafy greens. It says the space radishes were grown from seeds over the past 27 days.
Cool.
In the microgravity of orbit as part of NASA's program to develop space agriculture.
Man,
That's awesome.
I know radish trees are real big. How'd they do that?
Radish trees?
Don't they
They're
grow
not
in
a
the
tree.
Ground, Josh.
What?
No,
They're a root vegetable, Josh.
And aren't they famous for their the flatulence-inducing qualities?
No,
not
Maybe
at all.
for some people.
Not radish.
We had
I don't
radish
think so.
radish sandwiches when I grew up.
You're right.
Yeah.
Poor.
Did you put butter? Was it butter, radish?
Butter,
Yeah.
white bread, yeah.
Did you have to help Tiny Tim get to his seat?
We couldn't afford a goose.
No, those are delicious.
They are.
Aren't they famous for producing gas? though?
No.
Probably in some people.
Brussels sprouts are.
Okay.
Are you
give
getting
you-
confused with Brussels sprouts?
I don't know. I'm sure I've had a radish. I don't recall ever buying one, and I try to eat healthy.
I like them a lot.
I do too.
Good crunch to them. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Maybe you should try it. Maybe that's your go-to today. Go to the grocery and buy some radishes.
Get a bag.
On a very busy day. I'm not gonna. Well, I gotta go kill 45 minutes and buy some radishes.
45 minutes to buy radishes? Oh, God.
Drive there, get out, mask up, get in line.
He's got
Right
to
to
go
the
back
left
to his,
at our store.
Go back to his car at least 3 times.
Yeah, go back to my car, forget the mask.
And you
go
got a
back
kid's
in.
mask.
Okay. Pat Godwin.
Yes, sir.
You got the guitar out.
No, I
No.
don't. What do you want to hear?
I can't see. See, I can't see through the glass because it's got that.
Yeah, because
Machine
it's
to it,
glass.
That was so funny. You got the guitar out. Tickling the ivories.
Hey, you can't see through the glass because it's glass.
Yeah.
Okay. So now this is this is from a news story earlier today that we discussed.
Could be. I don't know where you're going.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know.
When I said guitar, I thought
You guys have to start talking during the commercial.
I can't.
You guys are friends. You know that, right?
We only communicate via texting, and I don't have the time right now.
What do you want him to do, Puppet Master? Just tell him.
We did a
You want
song
the
earlier
carnival
with the keyboard about the nudie ship cruise
Right.
because that was ship, by the way. Pat has been a comedian aboard many a ship.
Yes.
And he mentioned that you did the famous nudie cruise, and they've announced another nude cruise. It's going to be, it was postponed from this year. It'll be in 2022.
Yeah, chartered Carnival cruise ship. Yeah. The group Bare Necessities has organized the nude cruise.
And you have actually entertained on a nude cruise.
Yeah, I have, for a whole week.
So we asked you, we challenged you to write a song about it, and I think you have it now.
Do you have your sound effect ready?
Yes, I do. When do I play it?
At
right
the
now.
beginning. That'd be now.
Now?
Yeah. There you go.
Oil.
Oops, sorry, wrong button.
That's it. Hey, old lady naked by the side of the pool. Bare-ass man, what a big old tool. Volleyball in the buffer free-flowing blues. Won't you let me take you on a nudie cruise? Boobies, ooh-wee, baby, bushy, tushy lady, tattooed. Butt talks, baby, won't you let me take you on a nudie cruise?
Oh, that was nice. Thank you very much.
Lovely.
The nudie cruise.
Nothing disgusts you more, does it?
That'd be weird.
Why would it be weird?
It was a little weird, actually.
It's got to be.
Oh, yeah, all the butt
Are you not
juice in the
comfortable
seats.
in your own skin, Tom?
No, not particularly. You're out there in the Caribbean, the sun, people getting terribly sunburned.
Oh, you're right.
Christy, haven't you seen photos of us on family vacation? You know, people will be at the beach, shirtless, bathing suits, whatever. My dad's wearing some radiation suit that they used to clean up Chernobyl.
I have sun issues.
Yeah.
So,
I'll say.
Yeah.
Specifically,
Really, Sam? No kidding. Don't get me started on that. Christy, do you have the story about the coronavirus vending machines? This is odd.
University of California, San Diego has installed coronavirus test kits in vending machines on campus. The vending machines are stocked with self-administered COVID-19 test kits, part of its Return to Learn program. 11 vending machines are currently available. Students and staff are required to return samples in nearby drop boxes within 72 hours. I'm sure this is probably the saliva one.
10% effective.
Really?
No, I'm just guessing.
These should be everywhere, though. What a great idea.
I know, it's a great idea.
No way this is that effective.
Well, they combo them with pregnancy tests, by the way. So these,
I see.
these horny as a rabbit college kids, if they get knocked up, they can find out on time.
Ooh.
Young, dumb, and full of corona.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the first sign would be if you can't smell your roommate.
Oh, I can't smell you.
Taste your girlfriend.
Yeah.
I would like it if my, what are they called? RAs? The people that live with you
Yes,
in the dorm?
RAs.
Resident assistant.
The seniors that get you in trouble. I would like it if one of them got COVID because then they can't smell the pot that's blowing under my doorway.
Yeah, well, good point.
You should have seen my dorm room. There were just fans pointing in all directions. It was like I was in NASA or something. It was insane.
Wind tunnel. Did your roommate have bad personal hygiene, Josh, when you were in college?
I never had a roommate in college. I commuted most of the time, but then when I that's right. I went to school in London.
to community college?
London?
Yeah, I was one of the London, England. That's right. Regents College. I did very well.
Did you have a roommate there?
No, I had my own room. Wow. I somehow got lucky. Yeah, but we had communal bathrooms and showers.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Do you have any pictures?
I may have. Some.
What?
you and the lads?
It wasn't co-ed, was it?
Yeah. No, but there were men bathrooms and female bathrooms. Like,
so when's the last time you had a roommate?
Not that long
year?
ago. I lived in an apartment. What? Oh, Jesus, Christy, thanks a lot.
You're practically my roommate. You're across the street.
That's not what I meant.
I'm sorry.
Not that bullet. That bullet is not for me. I meant in a different context.
My buddy Sean and I lived in an apartment, 5 years ago? Something like that.
So that was your first experience with a roommate?
No, I had roommates after college.
Okay. Okay.
I thought you were just talking school.
I was just curious because this was an interesting topic. I thought of a.
It ended up not being, didn't it?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yes, I'm sorry.
I'll take the hit on that
take
one.
the blame. I'll take the blame.
No, it's my fault.
No, you actually added something to it.
Roommate had
Painful and awful, but-
excessive BO or something. Okay, Christy, back to you. What else have you got?
A Kentucky man showed off his unusual method of clearing snow from his driveway recently with a video showing him using a flamethrower to remove unwanted snow. It's pretty special.
I bet it worked.
Timothy Browning posted the video to Facebook showing him dressed as Cousin Eddie from National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation while drinking beer and using a flamethrower to clear the snow from his driveway. This video was everywhere over the vacation.
Yikes.
Put the beer down until the video's done.
That's hilarious. Nobody got hurt, I assume?
No one got hurt.
Yeah, but if anybody did get hurt, that video of you holding a beer and a flamethrower, that's not a funny viral video. That's evidence.
That's
what
right.
That is.
That's exactly right.
Well, they could have used that to get the guy out of the car buried in New York State. Did you see this video?
Yeah, he was trapped for 10 hours after being buried by a snowplow. State police said Kevin Creason had driven off the road and into a ditch during a snowstorm when he became plowed in by a truck. The 58-year-old tried calling 911, but the spotty reception meant only his general location could be geolocated, with first responders narrowing the call to a 3-mile stretch in Owego. State Police Sergeant Jason Crowley climbed miles of snowbanks before finding Creason and digging him out of the snow with the help of a passerby.
Yikes.
According to the New York Times, Creason, who is suffering from hypothermia and frostbite, has since recovered from his ordeal.
Boy, oh boy.
Yeah.
Pre-cell phone, that would have been probably a death sentence.
Sure.
At least they knew approximately where he was.
Mm-hmm.
That is scary. That'd be a great commercial for one of these. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Wow.
You think he peed on himself to keep himself warm?
I don't. What?
Yeah, or drank.
Yeah, I mean, my car would be filled with yellow snow. Can you roll the window
I
down?
would try to roll the window down and climb and dig out. I think.
He probably tried all that.
I think, I can't remember. I read the story, but I don't.
But well, you know when you have an inch, like barely any snow, and you get in your car and you need to roll the window down just to get the ice off or whatever,
Right.
and you go, there's not that much snow, I can roll it down and it's not going to get inside, and you roll it half an inch and all the snow goes in
Yeah,
your
that
car.
would be
Yeah, if
a-
it's real powdery, I guess it would, wouldn't
Yeah.
it?
What's this guy's name?
Keith Creason?
It was probably very icy because it was the snow from the snow.
Oh, Kevin Creason. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Kevin, the dead man, is frozen in his car.
Did I mention he recovered? He's doing fine.
Oh, sorry.
Facts get in the way of
Would
a good song.
have been much funnier if he were dead.
Would have been much funnier if he were dead.
Okay, sorry. I'll let that be a lesson to you.
What's the lesson?
Don't drive in the snow.
And pay attention when you drive your snowplow.
Yeah, okay. Well, the snowplow, it wasn't his fault. The guy
Kevin
drove off
Creason-
the road. He probably hit some ice.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Kevin Creason's the lead singer of REO, isn't he?
this close. Thank you very much. That reminds me, speaking of singers, Steven Singer Jewelers, they want you to think ahead. Valentine's Day down the road. I know many of you had a very big success when it came to the holidays that we have just gone through. Thanks to Steven Singer at IHateStevenSinger.com. How about this? Now, I was talking to you about this yesterday, Josh. Certain family members of the Josh Arnold household collect the famous Steven Singer gold-dipped roses. There's a new one, the magnificent real 24-karat gold rose dipped in pure 24-karat gold with petals in the rich blue color, covered in sparkles. That's Twinkle Twinkle. That's the name of this beautiful rose. The brand new rose exclusively available at Steven Singer Jewelers. Of course, Steven Singer, noted for their great service, their beautiful guarantee, and also their very prompt service. You get those orders in before 2 o'clock Eastern. They usually go out that day. By the way, there's a free personal love note, and it ships fast and free and carefully and cleanly. So tell him or her, whoever it might be, that you're so glad to have them in your life, and you can act now. Get this done. Steven Singer's brand new Twinkle Twinkle Rose, just $79. His real 24-karat gold-dipped roses start at just $59. Collect them all right now. Go to IHateStevenSinger.com. That's right, IHateStevenSinger.com. StevenSinger.com is where you go to check out all that stuff on Steven Singer's list and get ready because it's just around the corner. We're coming back around the corner with a little bit of our history lesson. Thank you very much. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Reach us toll free at 1-888-BOB-TOM-1 or at bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show. Don't say we didn't warn you.
I'm warning you, don't do that.
There's laughter ahead.
I should be having a better time if this is a party.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
By the way, treat yourself now at bobandtomstore.com. It's open for business. T-shirts, hoodies, can koozies, and more. If you're a Bob and Tom fan or have a Bob and Tom fan in your life, it's a great gift. Go now to bobandtomstore.com to see our complete inventory. Now open for business. bobandtomstore.com. I'm Mark Allison with your Bob and Tom Sports Update. Tobias Harris scored 22 points. The Philadelphia 76ers moved to 6-1 with their fourth straight win. 118-101 over Charlotte. Joel Embiid had 14 points and 11 rebounds to help the 76ers win the two-game set in Philadelphia. Kelly Olynyk drained 5 3-pointers on his way to 19 points. Bam Adebayo had a game-high 20 for 9 of 10 shooting for the Miami Heat's 118-90 rout of Oklahoma City. The Milwaukee Bucks moved over the 500 mark. Giannis Antetokounmpo delivered 43 points. They topped Detroit 125-115. Jason Tatum poured in 40 points as the Boston Celtics handed the Toronto Raptors their 5th loss in 6 games, 126-114. Steph Curry followed up his career-high 62-point performance in Sunday's win over Portland by delivering 30 points, 9 rebounds, and 8 assists to lead the Warriors' 137-106 rout of the Kings. That's a quick look at your sports highlights. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
My roommate's boyfriend is so loud when he finishes, he lets out like a Tarzan yell.
Wow. I wonder how loud she is. I hear her boyfriend's name is Tom.
You can see your son's face. Yeah. Which you can. All of our face.
I don't really yell when I'm done. I just go, I'm sorry, that never happened.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, this is comedian Tim Cavanaugh, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Kiwi Rogers is our guest. Kiwi, having just met you, I can just guess you're obviously an athlete of some sort.
Yeah, I work out a little bit. They have the whole thing where you pump weights and all that stuff.
Yeah.
You got to have that cardiovascular, man.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have that cardiovascular. I was playing basketball the other day. They made me guard the worst dude on the other teams. It was a fat dude wearing thongs. Standing on the court smoking a cigarette. You know I was in bad shape.
And you couldn't keep up with him.
I couldn't keep up with him. I got involved with that aerobics. Don't like aerobics, man. That's too much like sex.
It is.
Aerobics?
Yeah, you sweat, muscles hurt, and then you got a woman up there telling you you're not doing it right.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
It's an old Eskimo trick of how to catch a polar bear. Now, what you do is you go cut a hole in the ice, right? And then you take little peas and you place them strategically 4 inches apart all the way around the hole.
Right.
And a polar bear will crawl up and he'll look at it, and very much curiosity is what is going on there. Now, when he bends over to take a pee, you kick him in the ice hole.
And the airlines, they tell you all this psychological stuff to make you feel safe. Like every time you get on the plane, they talk about the flotation seat. And they explain it to you. Like if you go down, if you crash in the ocean, then this seat will float. 2 planes out of 100 go overseas. 98 out of 100 stay right here. So if you want to make me happy, you show me a seat that's going to bounce out of a cornfield. That's what I like.
945, 295. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Thank you very much, Ace Cosby. Tonight, the TV show, Bob and Tom Tonight, 11:30. Where will you find it? MyNDTV 23. That's where. Now, we look over that way, and I see Christy Lee behind the glass.
Yeah.
A little update on that weather, please.
Yeah, going to be cloudy the next few days. The high today will be 39. The high tomorrow, 38. Right now, cloudy, 32.
Thank you very much. Also, I'll be listening very carefully to various announcers on this program. There are many, and some of them will be featuring a wish for you to pay attention and possibly win yourself $1,000. Oh, rub the magic lamp? No, just pay close attention. See what I'm talking about. $1,000 would come in very, very handy. No? Yes? Of course it would. So listen carefully for those special announcements throughout the day today on Q95. Welcome back to the show. This is the Bob and Tom Show. Of course, Pat Godwin once again dressed like a longshoreman and
got some pallets to move later at the dock.
Looked like working with Marlon Brando in a black and white movie. There's Josh. I'm Tom. There's Willie. Christy Lee is right over there.
Hi.
Have we covered everything, Christy?
Yeah, pretty much. Well, we have one other story. A recent study suggests that octopi or octopuses like to punch fish.
Who doesn't?
I don't particularly like to punch fish, but according to the scientific journal Ecology, researchers documented 8 instances between octopuses in the Red Sea duking it out with fish.
So they're not trying to catch them or anything, they're just punching them?
Yeah. Study authors wrote the octopuses performed a swift, explosive motion with one arm directed at a specific fish partner. They speculate that since octopuses and fish hunt together, the cephalopods might hit fish to prevent exploitation and ensure collaboration between the species.
You can't defend yourself. They got 8 different fists to choose from.
Yeah.
Although some punches appeared to have been thrown for no reason. So octopi are bullies?
Just bullying.
Apparently.
Octopuses
and is
are
it
bullies?
octopuses? It's Octopus's Garden in the song.
That's possessive.
Yeah, it's got the apostrophe there.
Well, so it's not Octopi's Garden?
Octopuses,
No,
octopi.
Is the plural really octopi?
No, the garden belongs to one octopus.
Right, in that case, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know.
In an octopus's garden is the way it is.
I had never listened to that song very carefully because it's not one of their best. Now, it's time to review what we've... no, it's not. I forgot. We forgot to do Today in History.
Oh, let's do it.
Yeah.
I need the intro.
Today in History.
That was great. Wow.
Thank you.
That's the wrong intro, isn't it?
Time now for... Yeah, sure.
Yeah, that's the...
Okay, well, we'll use the Today in History and just pretend Chick was here. He's got a little bit of a stomach bug. Oh, this is important.
Yeah?
We have the birthday in 1914 of, I want to see if you know who this is, Josh Arnold, George Reeves.
Yes. Yeah, he was the original Superman.
The TV Superman. Also famously appeared in the movie Gone with the Wind.
That's right.
And apparently...
Very mysterious death.
And after he appeared in that. I guess they had to cut his part out because people would howl with laughter when
That's
he came
right.
on the screen.
They didn't buy him as a regular actor. They only saw him as Superman.
The great actor Robert Duvall, born in 1931.
Terrific actor. Man, oh man.
I'm sure half the time he goes down for breakfast and
the
waiter goes, oh, I love the smell of, and whatever.
Cilantro.
I love the smell of omelets in the morning. And he looks at him, okay. I've heard it 10,000 times. The great Michael O'Donoghue, one of the original creators of Saturday Night Live, and a guy we interviewed on the show. Charlie Rose, born in 1942. I'm not sure what he's doing these days.
Bathrobes.
Touchy-feely, yeah.
Every rose has its thorn. Dude.
Yes, indeed.
Ironically, his nickname the same as Pete Rose. He was also Charlie Hustle. Didn't really have permission of the ladies. You see, never mind. I think it's time to review what we learned on today's show.
What did we learn?
Well, I have that music right here, as a matter of fact.
Yeah?
That sounds familiar.
We learned that Ace Cosby was not called on yesterday to do a joke of the day, so we did a bonus joke with Ace, which I thought went very well. Ace, do you remember the one you did open up the show with today? Of course. It's a classic. Really ladies and gentlemen, please. This is Ace Cosby. Why am I hearing two things here?
Because you're letting two things play.
Sorry.
You're hearing it.
Oh.
Hey, for Christmas, my favorite gift was a.
What was your favorite gift for Christmas?
Just stop.
My favorite gift was a wooden leg.
A wooden leg?
Yeah, well, not so much a gift, a stocking stuffer.
Are you going to play the 7 outros?
This will not stop playing this thing. Sorry.
I'm going to have a bad day now.
Thank you very much. Now, we also learned that several toilets are broken in this building in the men's rooms. I'm not sure what's going on, but it afforded me the opportunity to explore the ladies' room in the other building.
And what did you think? Very nice accommodations.
Enjoyed the free Tampax products. Stocked up.
Use them for your nose.
Yeah, exactly.
And I found out that you guys have 2 toilets where we only have 1.
And a chair.
And that's also what
Well, yeah, it depends on the bathroom, but there are chairs.
And what's the chair in there for? So you can sit down and just
whining.
Contemplate our lives, why we're here.
You're telling me that wasn't a bunch of name tags with stickers that I found in your office earlier? That's embarrassing.
Let's see. Willie, when courting a young lady, rather than say, I'm going to go to the washroom, will say, I'm going to go see if my butt still works.
That's a good line.
Hey, it's still working.
I finally dug up the song I've been looking for all morning.
What was?
I've been trying to find the song LaGrange by ZZ Top. Been playing it on your
still playing.
It won't stop.
I'm leaving.
It will not stop.
If you're not going to be good at
There's
your
a
job.
technical issue. It will not stop playing. I have no idea why it's doing that.
We try. You don't.
God, chick, please get better. You got to come back
Lack of
tomorrow.
effort is the issue.
No. There's a technical issue every time I play anything.
Technically, you suck.
No, I do not. I'm sorry. Everything I play from this particular. See, even if I played Greg Hahn, it plays the.
So stop playing it.
Yeah. Let's see. Where was I? Josh wants to take his brothers and go python hunting in the Everglades. I will bankroll this. I think this is such a bad idea.
I think it's a great idea.
How funny would this end in tragedy? Let's see.
It's called Losing an Arnold.
Kostaki has some very funny lines about the last time the Cleveland Browns were in the playoffs. The funniest of which was the last time the Browns were in the playoffs, I had hair. That is some funny stuff. And we'll find out more. You can check out Kostaki is a great comedy. It's sort of like a place where comedians meet everybody. It's fun. Check it out. All pro lines on your favorite social media platform. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
This is the Bob and Tom Show. Check out the Bob and Tom Show app and let your voice be heard. Our contact info is right there.